Alerta, alerta, enemigo aproximándose.
Splendid.
All right.
Hello.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, welcome to some Night Striker. This game looks really cool. I'd never heard of it, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be cool. On commentary, we have Emperring EC2151.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much once again, Mark. This is unusual in that I'm pulling double duty here with commentary. CPS, it's no soft drink providing commentary for every single run on this Shmup Slam, but I will do my best. It looks like we have just been joined by my young ward, the man with the plan, my able bodied young assistant here, Scalt 711. He's joining in the commentary, and he's going to provide a fresh faced, fresh flowered perspective on Night Striker. How about you introduce yourself to the world, Scalt?
I play Gradius. That's it.
All right. Well, you're not about to watch Gradius, but it's a game that may remind you of Gradius because you shoot at things. So, with those common aid, we'll be able to watch a few runs of Night Striker, a game that is near and dear to me, a game that is near and dear to CPS, who's playing here. The opening scroll here is showing off the story of Secret Service, Special Service agencies, and special servants agencies and terrorists and kidnapped doctors. It's a whiz-bang, wild run, race to the finish line, and I think you're going to really like it. So we've told, like I said, we're having the story, I think, scroll for the game. And I think we are about to begin. So everyone gets acclimated here. An abducted doctor and his daughter. Mysterious terrorists. But now we must begin. So there's an emergency order to Night Striker. Defeat the terrorists! Which is what I hope that this young lad who's playing is going to do. As you can see, forward scrolling, Space Harrier-esque, super scalar game. Now, Scalt, have you played Night Striker yourself?
I played.
You play it? The longest road.
You can rent in order to gain more score. Also, it's not a small score. Alright, so yes, it's not a big gain of a score, but it is useful for optimizing.
Well, we'll get into one of the little tricks as we go on. There's actually a way to get a ludicrous score in the game, which we will not see at the moment. We're already at the first boss. You know, as I said earlier, Scalt, this is a game that's near and dear to my heart, and CPS has a long personal connection with this game. Did he tell you about that? He might not have told you the story, so I'll go into it a little detail as we're going through the stage 2 here inside a large factory, which is actually appropriate because CPS. I first met CPS, I think, at around 2006 or 2008. He's actually from the factory city, Pittsburgh. Neighborhood of East Liberty, if anyone in the chat is from there, repping that place. So he kind of has a love of automobiles, a love of cars. So this game kind of fits into that. It fits into this passion. And of course, the Night Striker car itself is so cool. I mean, it can fly, it can go on the water, it can shoot. It just does about everything you'd want a car to do. And but yeah, so I met him back then, and he told me about how he kind of got into this game. It is a pretty remarkable story. If you don't mind, I'll relay it to the audience here. So you see, so growing up in Pittsburgh, he didn't really. His dad owned a convenience store, so they weren't like rich, they weren't like poor, but they had a little bit of money. And his father's prized possession was actually a 1980. Oh, he's gonna kill me if I get the year wrong. A 1982 Pontiac Trans Am, which coincidentally enough is kind of like the car in this game. But that was his father's prized possession, and he took immaculate care of that car, like all the time. Like he wouldn't let anybody touch it. Wouldn't let his wife drive it. Wouldn't let his God forbid if you even scuffed the paint on that thing. It was a beautiful car, and he, living in a rough neighborhood, he kept that thing under lock and key, because at the time East Liberty was kind of it wasn't a great neighborhood. It's gentrified more now, but so he kind of made sure it was like triple locked in his garage. But so one day, he would always see these people checking out his dad's car. It would be kind of it made him a little bit nervous, because you don't want some bad actors to kind of mess up with the car. And okay, so we're at the second boss, right, or the third boss here, which is a snake. I think that's pretty interesting. So anyway, he unfortunately his dad, where his convenience store was located, again, it was kind of in a rotten neighborhood. And he says that in the neighborhood was this group that called themselves the Maniac Disciples. And this was just one of those rotten street gangs that just would go around and messing up the place. They'd go beating up cars. They'd go throwing things in windows. And he says that one day there was five Maniac Disciples, and they were outside his dad's store, and they were picking a fight with his dad. And this is absolutely wild. And they're like, "Hey, old man, give us the keys, or we're gonna cut you up. We're gonna cut you up, man, if you don't give us the keys to your car." And he's telling these guys, go F off, F yourself. I'm not giving you this. You're gonna take this car over my dead body. And these guys had chains. They had a brick on them. And this is what CPS tells me, that they actually he ducked under the brick, and it busted open the front window of his store. And these guys, he had to fight these guys because they were trying to take his Pontiac Firebird. And luckily, the store was only damaged a little bit. But by God, he wouldn't even give up that car to a bunch of thugs. And so when his dad kind of got too old, he actually gave the car to CPS. And that's the car that he uses now. And I got to drive in it one time when we met together at a conference at Louisiana State University. And we were there for a seminar on ethnic phrenology. I think the speaker at the time was a guy named Dr. Milton Noble. And he drove me around, and he told me this story. And he says whenever he's in that car, he kind of feels his dad is there, but his dad has since passed away. but he kind of feels like his dad is there with him. So it's, you know, it's just such an incredible story. So the fact that this car in Night Striker is so much like the Pontiac Firebird, like it kind of feels like it's a piece of his family history and a piece of his father, who is, again, has since sadly passed away. So he didn't ask me to do this. He didn't want to bring any attention to it. But, like, if we can all just put a little prayer emoji for his dad in the chat, you know, rest in power. He raised a great son, you know, and he left a really great car. He really taught him a lot of self-sufficiency to his son. So he's here playing Night Striker, honor of his memory, in honor of Taito. So let's sit back and watch the lad play. He's already almost done with the game. So what do you think about the game, Skull?
Because of some memory limitations, which makes the game a little bit repetitive and short. Still, it is a very interesting game comparable to Space Career, but more intense. And more
Oh wow, he's
missiles.
up.
Because
Yeah, those missiles can be a real...
Atomic missiles. The hitbox is a little bit weird.
Well, it's a car. It is a car, it isn't a ship.
That it is kind of related to the predicted restrictions, which I assume the game is performing. So the hitbox sometimes goes off.
Right. So we're at the final stage here. Now, I didn't mention it before, but the way to score in this game, you see, is to do a pacifist, is to not shoot or get hit by anything, and to do what's called a pacifist run. And you get some pretty absurd endgame bonuses for doing so, that increase in the millions of points. CPS said he's not doing a pacifist run, because he said in his life experience, doing pacifism in real life is just not worth it. So we're just kind of doing a normal 1cc. Of a couple of routes, of course. The pacifism bonus goes something like, oh my. The pacifist bonus is first 2 million, then it's 4 million, then 8 million, then 16 million, then 20 million. It's really gigantic. Now, Skull, you're a young kid. You've played Touhou, I presume. Does this song remind you of anything?
This inspired Suwako's
Yes, Native Faith. Native Faith. It's clear that Native Faith in Touhou is a kind of is very much based off of this song. Yeah, you know, it's a funny thing. It is down to the wire here. I hope he pulls it off. And he did. Thank God. You know, this is actually, this kind of reminds me of a funny story. Because you said we were talking about Zune and talking about kind of taking this track for Suwako's theme, Native Faith, which I'm sure the audience is well familiar with. And now we get this lovely ending, by the way. So actually, Skull, what you might not know is that I'm an indie composer. Like I make music for independent games, and actually, I was really lucky enough to meet Zune a few years ago. I went to Camarguess. Have you ever been to Camarguess?
No, I don't live in Japan.
Well, you know, if you ever get the chance, check it out. It's like such an amazing place. So many different doujin software and games and anime and everything your heart can desire. And I actually got the chance to meet Zune at Camarguess a couple years ago. And I was still kind of just like getting my feet wet. There's actually a funny story about that because when I saw him, and my Japanese isn't great, but there was like an interpreter there. And I remember Night Striker. At the time, I learned about this kind of like not plagiarism, but like kind of copying the theme for Native Faith for Suwako, and he was kind of like a big kind of like Q&A session or something like that. Or I met him in a booth, and I at the time I'm like, maybe in hindsight, it's like I shouldn't talk to somebody like I know them if I'm like the first time I'm meeting them. But I know that now. But at the time, I was still a little bit awkward like that. So I like go up to Zune and I'm like, now listen here, Zune, you old chunk of coal. I didn't say that, but it's the same idea. Like, listen here, Zune. Like, are you trying to tell me that you thought you could write Native Faith Suwako's theme? And nobody would realize that you were taking the last boss theme from Night Striker. And and I'll never forget this. It was at Camarguess. And he didn't say anything. But he kind of like looked at me like with this like sideways look. Like he kind of like looked at me sideways, and he had like this little like sneaky smile on his face, like like he knew he'd been caught. But yeah, Zune is a great guy. Like I mean, he's a pretty cool guy. If you ever get the chance to meet him, he loves games.
Is this a tenth road?
Well, yes, now, but we do have one more run. We do have 2 1cc routes that CPS is going to show off to us. So this is Night Striker Part 2, much like Darius, the Darius games. Taito loves their branching paths. And yes, congratulations to CPS. He was a little bit worried about this run. It was down to the wire. But now that he's got his first 1cc under the belt, he's feeling a little bit more confident, I think.
You're not seeing it very well, but
what? Oh, fucking there it goes.
As I said, this is a game that I've played. I think I've 1cc'd almost every single route in this game.
On the section,
I played it.
as we know, the game has several ports: the PlayStation port, the section port, and the 32X port. Or was it Mexican?
I played it on the Sega Saturn myself, which is actually a little easier than the arcade. But that's okay. I'm an easygoing type of guy. It gives you 2 shields per level versus the 1 in the arcade. So he's going to be taking a little different route, a little different drive around the city. Yeah, I remember, again, back when we were in Louisiana State University, I was in that. I got to ride around in that Firebird, and man, you know what? You really just don't know what it's like until you're in that thing. It's really such a beautiful car. And going down the winding streets of Baton Rouge. If there's any Tiger fans, LSU Tiger fans in the chat, please make yourself known. Please make yourself heard. LSU is a great university. I've been there a few times. I didn't go there, and but I really enjoyed my time visiting there. He's going through the canals right now. Baton Rouge is a city with a lot of water, being right on the Mississippi Delta. And but as you know, there's no like goofy golden pipes floating in the sky like it is in this game. This game kind of takes a little bit of a fictional approach to urban planning. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of pixelization going in the stream, but it looks like it's gone back to normal, which is good. Because you want to see how beautiful this game is. Now, Skull, am I misremembering? Was it you that said? Because I was talking about this game a lot this whole past week. Was it you that said that you have family that lives in Pittsburgh now?
I really like playing hero shooters. Yes, I'm playing several of them. Anyways, I'm totally missing the pointer now.
I see. I must have gotten mistaken. I thought, you know, this week's been kind of a blur with me, but that's okay because I'm here right now. I'm watching CPS play Night Striker. He's doing a great job, and it's a great game.
Warning, targets approaching.
As you can see, this game is kind of at the forefront, or it's kind of a product of its time in that it recycles bosses. But as you know, the recycling movement kind of started in the 1970s and really picked up steam in the 1990s when this game was released. So it's good to see Taito was making an emphatic statement on reusability. Even in their arcade games and arcade centers.
This is road heavy because it has a lot of obstacles, so I hope that CPS still remembers.
Well, if you've ever driven down a highway tunnel, you know just how many obstacles there can be. So this game is kind of true to life like that, which I kind of like. I do like it when games kind of take a more grounded and realistic approach to everyday settings, because it kind of helps immerse you in the game a little bit more. Because like there's situations in this game where I'm like, yo man, I've been there, and this stage is a good example like that. So, as you do say though, there's a lot of gigantic problems that you have to contend with in these tunnel stages. Though, if you're slick about it, and you just kind of keep on moving, and you know that's kind of the name of the game with traffic. You just got to keep on moving. You got to keep on going with the flow. You know, my dad, when I was growing up, learning how to drive at the age of 24, my dad told me you always want to go with the flow of traffic. You don't want to go too slow. You don't want to go too fast. And it's kind of like Night Striker here, because you can't go too slow. You're kind of at like a set speed. You're always kind of going with the stage. And it's really the other enemies that are trying to pass up around you, but you got to kind of play defensively, like a defensive driver, is what you is really what you ought to be doing. Now, again, this game can sometimes be a little fantastical. I've never seen a whole bunch of these like cyber wolves in a highway tunnel before, but you know, I mean, it's a video game. It's a video game, folks. Like they take a little bit of like. You know, a little bit of artistic license on these everyday situations. So on top of reusing stage bosses, it does have a set amount of stages, much like the original Darius. They have a handful of stages they cycle through with different enemy patterns. Each increasing in difficulty the farther you go, and this wonderful cyber metropolis with a backdrop clearly inspired by everyone's favorite cyberpunk animation, Bubblegum Crisis. Which is a fine show. I recommend everyone check it out. Just don't watch Bubblegum Crash. It's just, and don't watch the remake. For the love of God, do not watch the remake. That, woo! Haha, you're not going to be enjoying that. some of the chat is relaying that this does kind of remind, you know, these stupid damn like giant trucks that just kind of parallel ram themselves into the road. I can't tell you how many times I've almost killed somebody or have been killed by some son of a bitch who just decides that they're going to go completely perpendicular to the road and decide that stop signs and streetlights are mere suggestions and not the rules of the road. This does remind me of some of the winding roads a little bit in Pittsburgh. Not all of them. Some of Pittsburgh can be a little bit grid-like. But we're already at the final stage again. My goodness. We're just like going all out here. We're going straight to the sea.
All gun barrels open.
Now, see, you have a little bit of a different objective this time. There's gonna be a lovely lady in a boat, but this ain't no love boat, ladies and gentlemen. This is something a little bit more dangerous. It's even more dangerous if you crash into the bridge. That hasn't happened to me personally, but my brother did get into an accident in his vehicle on a bridge when the brakes suddenly decided to stop working on his car. And that was the end of that car, quite literally. And what came later was many unfortunate and expensive hospital bills. Of course, much like real traffic, with so many obstacles that you simply just can't drive through, it just makes navigation pretty tricky. Now, Skull, I remember you saying at the beginning of the chat that this game reminds you a lot of Gradius 3, was it?
Targets approaching.
No, I did not say that. I really said that I played Gradius, but this is similar to... Sorry, I'm sorry, not Gradius 3.
Yeah, I know, like the snake enemies kind of remind me of the sand dragons.
And even then, this game is more similar to Sorry Asylum, I mean... This barrier, of which they
Oh wow, see this? See the sand?
from.
Well, those sand dragons just hit the water, so the mission is complete.
Because really, the sand dragons are the same as dragons from Space Korea. Just a little bit different.
Robofuzz we see here in the chat. That's kind of fitting too, because you know, Knight Rider was about a robotic car with a robotic voice. I love how plaintive this ending music is. I used this as the credits theme for one of my student films, so it has a wonderful sense of nostalgia for me. So well done. That's 2 1cc's in a row. Finally, the day is saved.
Great job on commentary. I was amused. I was moved. I was...
Every emotion in between.
Every emotion, yes. Every emotion in between. That was actually really cool.
It was my pleasure.
Yes, that was really cool run. Really cool commentary. A game that... And Zun, how dare he take that final theme? That ain't right.
You know, he's a little... He could be a little bit puckish like that. If you want to see this game, I hear a few people in the chat saying this game is very 1ccable. You can do it like I said, I've done like almost every route, and it's a very relaxing game. One of those games you play when you just kind of want to unwind, let the world pass you by, like you're driving in the seat of that 1982 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am.
Yeah, baby. Very cool car.
Yes. My uncle told me if I ever went to school out in California, I'm not from California, but if I did, he would buy me a 1967 Chevy Impala because he lived out in
Nice.
California. That was the enticement. He said, if you ever come out here and come move in with me in Sacramento, I'll get you this car. I should have taken him up on that offer. I never did, but that's okay. I drive a shitty car now.
Don't we all?
Don't we all?
Don't we all? Alrighty, well, thanks so much. Up next on the schedule, we have Chaos Field. So stay tuned for that, everyone. We're swapping over.
Alerta, alerta, enemigo aproximándose.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a double play. I don't know if we had a double play today. This might be the first one.
First double play of the day. Let's go. Yeah, so we're gonna have two people here. And Mark, are you sticking around for this, or is this all? This is all me, right?
It's all you, baby. I'm gonna go drink
All
a
right,
Diet
fantastic. Oh, yeah, get you a Diet Coke. Get you that Idaho flavor. You know what I'm saying? The local
Yes.
variety of Diet Coke.
Absolutely.
So what we have here is Chaos Field, the first milestone game. So if you guys don't know the brand or the developer, you're about to get a lesson being taught by none other than Chinopolis. Go check him out on YouTube. 1 million clears. M.Knight, the OG. They're going to be playing two different characters. This game is pretty short, so I'm going to try to keep up, but you guys are going to have to bear with me. Let me see in chat. Let me know if there's any audio issues. Can you guys hear the game? Because this game has extremely, extremely sick sound. Like, extremely good music. That is hella important. Seeing some love in the chat. What's up, y'all? See the name of the game back here. We fit it in there. Of course, no one can read the logo to Chaos Field. It's like impossible. No, literally, no one knows what this says. It's like Prince. It's unpronounceable. I think it looks like we're ready to go. I don't know if Chinop or M.Knight can hear me, but yeah, if you guys want to get started, jump in. Chinop's jumping in. So Chinopolis is going to play Hal, and M.Knight's going to play Ifumi. So let me give you a little bit of breakdown, kind of little rundown on how Chaos Field works. Chinopolis getting started here. So let's start with the screen. Top left, you have your shields. That's a total of 5 in the game that you can get, right? There's 4 scoring extends, which means that you can actually max out on shields, you know, and then sort of be stuck, or rather waste an extend. We'll get into that here in a minute. You got Chinop kind of, you know, juicy gold cubes that he's sucking up over there with the sword. We'll talk about that in a second. So right, like I said, 5 shield limit. Those are your lives, and there's 2 scoring extends, 1 at 8 and 1 at 20. If I remember correctly, check my notes. And then there's 2 secret extends. The secret extends come in super early in the run, so the problem is going to be, you know, even if you get all your scoring extends or your secret extends later in the run where you need them in stage 5 especially, you know, that's kind of like there's no extends in the whole second half. I'm not already resetting. Good deal. There's, you know, he's gonna need that. There's you know, where you need the extends at the end of the run. That's where you'll kind of be struggling to find them. So the game's kind of tough in that way. So all right, so let's talk about Chaos Field. So now Chinop is in Chaos Field. You see on the left there. The way the game works is it's a collection of boss fights. Like the entire game is a boss rush. Every stage is comprised of multiple little bosses, and within there, as you're fighting, you can switch between 2 different states known as Order Field and Chaos Field. They kind of differ in how the gameplay mechanics work, but you know, just broad strokes, right? You're going to be kind of building bar in Order Field, and you're going to be trying to cancel as many bullets and build chain in Chaos Field. How do you start your chain? Well, let's talk about that. So as you can see, Chinopo over here is using his wiper laser. That takes up a bar, as you can see on the left side of the screen. And M.Knight's using more of the lock-on laser. He's using some wipers, but he's also using some of the lock-on lasers. That also takes up, excuse me, bar at the left side of the screen. And you don't, you know, when you're in Chaos Field, you don't get bar back. So you got to build it in Order Field, flip to Chaos Field. You can't keep switching between the fields. It's like a 6-second delay between the two. You'll see like the wind coming off of their sails. That'll let you know when you can switch. But basically what you want to do, you want to switch to Chaos Field. You want to deploy your wing layer, which is a special move that, so you can see M.Knight's using his there, but you got to kind of deploy your wing layer and basically start canceling bullets. That'll start your chain. M.Knight's on a 600-bit chain right now, and he's just canceling bullets. As long as you keep that chain going, you started with the wing layer, and you just want to keep going with the wing layer. So you're spending a lot of your special to try and keep that chain. I think Chinopolis is going to kind of overtake M.Knight here on this run, because he's not really trying to do too much in these earlier stages. He's just trying to get his extends and sort of survive. He's going to kind of make up most of his score at the very end, you know, in stage 5 or beyond. Any hits that these guys take beyond stage basically 3, it's kind of a death warrant. So we're gonna have to watch for that shield. Chinop's got his first extend. There's his 8 million right there. M.Knight, I don't even know where. Like he's scoring in a much different manner in the early stages. So he's got a 1300 chain going right now. I think his score at the end is going to be insane, and we're going to have to see how that works. Chinop with the first reset. I did not see what happened. I was paying attention to M.Knight, but looks like he probably got hit. So if you get hit that early, I mean, especially after you get your first extend, it's curtains. You got to start over, because you want to make sure you have all 5 of those, you know, kind of coming out of stage 3. The whole game's only 20 minutes though, so it's okay to reset. The sword will cancel out all bullets except for the purple fuzzy looking ass ones, which you'll see in a second. I'll point them out to you. But the sword, I mean, the bullets get really close to your ship when even when you're using the sword. So I mean, it's really nerve-wracking game. The good news is the game is completely static. So, and when I say static, I mean like the patterns are static. They'll still be aimed and stuff like that. But you know, it's one of those things where you can kind of game it as much as you know it allows. The Chinop over here, still in stage. Okay, he's in stage 1. Let's see what stage M.Knight is in. Okay, he's now coming out. All right. So the other couple things is the wing layer system. Like I'm trying to point it out when I see it. M.Knight going into stage 2 now, to my knowledge. But the wing layer system kind of the special move associated with that differs when you're in Chaos Field. It's actually a lot better. Chinop's fighting this boss in Chaos Field. It's always so nerve-wracking with those lasers, man. It's insane. But basically, you know, what you can do some tricks with that. So here come the purple bullets, or the pink bullets rather, on Chinop's side. And what he did was he switched fields. So when you switch fields, you get invul. It's the only time you get invul. Is either switch fields or you got hit. There's no invul on lasers or bombs or anything like that. That's the only time you can get invulnerabilities, by switching fields. So you can do stuff like you can get your bigger, thicker wing layer in Chaos Field. You can deploy it, and you can switch fields and kind of smuggle it into Order Field. Order Field is just like generally the nicer place to be, but score is really not very good there, right? So you're trying to cancel as many bullets as possible for the score. The other way you can get score is by getting those red cubes, which are by killing turrets on the bosses themselves. So you see Chinop kind of using his lock-on laser to basically clear all those bullets for score there. M.Knight will be trying to kill these turrets for score, all the little green turrets, you know, if he can. Now, M.Knight has full extends, so he's got his 8K and his 20K. And I think, so he's in stage 2, so I think there's one more secret extend in 3-1 that he may or may not get. But the thing is, it's like, there's really no point in SDing early, because you're not really getting that much for it. I mean, you get your specials back, but you're not really getting too much for it. Chinop catching up now. So, you know, I think he's just going to basically waste an extend. Like, I don't think there's anything he can really... He may not even go for the secret extend in 3-1, because there's really no reason to drop an SD that early. Let's see. What else? They're both in stage 2, kind of still doing this giant boss, which I think is really cool. One thing I absolutely love about this game is the attention to detail on the bosses. Since it's all bosses, it's incredible. Like, you can do stuff, you know, when you switch from Order Field to Chaos Field, the bosses transform and change and stuff. So look at these are the same bosses, right? But you're getting different forms of them, because, you know, M.Knight's in Chaos Field, Chinop is in Chinopolis is in Order Field. M.Knight with a solid chain there, not bad. Jamming to the music, just jamming, a little back and forth, just chilling. My man M.Knight has this on his finger. Chinopolis also no miss so far, very good. Good to go. I think he's gonna, so he got his secret extend. I think he's gonna probably go for another one. I'm kind of already nervous for M.Knight because he has all his extends, so now it's just all about playing well. And look how nasty it is on his side. He's trying to chain, so he switched back to Order Field there for safety, I think, but he's trying to chain with all those pink bullets. I mean, it's not guaranteed when you have your windshield wipers out that nothing's gonna hit you, so you still have to pay attention. Like, it's not like you're involved. So, you know, the green bullets are still pose a hazard. The other funny thing is, the freaking ships are huge in this game. The hitboxes are massive. This is a dad shmup, make no mistake about it. I am serious. You like, that whole ship, that is the hitbox, pretty freaking much. So, you cannot mushy your way to victory here. No offense, Kiwi, that was a sick run. Don't take it that way. Don't take it that way. Shoutouts, Kiwi. Gold cubes going on. All right. M.Knight in Chaos Field now, just racking up his chain. Switching from field to field, you can keep your chain as long as the timer is up, but you have to always start your chain with bar. And each wing layer takes up 1 bar. Chinopolis overtaking him now, I believe, and he is in 3-1. So Oh no, he already got his extend. So yeah, again, for him also, it doesn't really matter that much. 6 save spot there. Kind of nerve-wracking, but it's a pretty chill save spot in order field. I think he's just trying to build his bar back up, right? So you don't, like I said, you don't get bar back when you kill turrets in Chaos Field. So it's something that you have to do in order field. And then you can kind of switch to Chaos Field like he's doing right now and do your best. I mean, you know, switching all the way back. Let's see. We don't talk about Jin because Jin sucks. So that's why Jin's not being represented here. Just this little notes here. M.Knight now in 3. Wait, hold on. Where is M.Knight? I don't know what stage M.Knight's in. He's in order field. That's why it's oh, he's overtaken him. Okay, I see what's going on here. It is hard to follow 2 screens at once. All right, sick. Some of the best music. I hope you guys can hear the music in this game because I think the music is incredible. And I think it's pretty funny because this is this is the first Milestone game, but it looks so good. And these are the people who made like Radargy and Illmatic Envelope and all that stuff. But this game actually looks really good, like as their first game. I know it's like a 2000s game, but even so, fantastic looking game. You got M.Knight over here using the lock-on laser to get his turrets killed. Chinop's catching up over here now. Nice! What? It's a ridiculous save spot! Okay, I've never seen that. On the M.Knight side, I have never seen that save spot. What the hell is that? What? Oh, dude, he is... I don't think Chinop's going to be doing that. You guys can watch him, but I don't think he's going to be all up in that boss's business like that. He is... Dude, oh, that green bullet was so close! Oh, what is he doing? Stop it. He's going to give me a heart attack. Alright, I gotta get water. I gotta chill, I gotta get water. I don't know what M.Knight's doing. He's swagging out. He's swagging out with a huge combo, too. That's extra sick, dude. I love that. So both on no miss, as is necessary. So, okay, basically, through this stage, it's not too bad, but because you can see him wiping off all the bullets with the sword, but as soon as this stage, kind of like as you get through the end of this stage, it's going to be nerves for these guys the whole time after that, because you really can't get hit at all, especially if you're trying to score. Because what you're going to do towards the end of the game is you're going to kind of SD to cash in more specials, and we'll get to that when they get to 5-1 and 5-2, you know, eventually. Let's see. Anything else that I might know that I want to drop in? So much going on in this game, because you have shot, laser, your wing layer, and your lock-on laser. The latter two use bar, and then of course your sword, which, as you can see, is extremely paramount to absolutely anything. And now sus, man, they're both sus dodging in ways that, like, it doesn't look that crazy, but if you guys saw how big the hitbox is in this game, you'd be like blown, dude. They're playing the GameCube version of the game. I guess I should mention that there's a bunch of versions of this game. The arcade actually has quite a lot of slowdown, which this version doesn't have at all, like 0 slowdown, for better or worse. The Dreamcast version on real hardware also has some slowdown. I remember when Chinop first started playing this, he was playing it, he ended up actually playing it on a real Dreamcast because he's like, dude, the slowdown, I freaking need it. Now, you know, you can see how far he's come. Using the lock-on laser there to destroy some turrets. He's trying to get his bar back right now. M.Knight, I don't know what M.Knight's doing. He's swagging. Dude, M.Knight, I don't even know, man. The man is a genius. He's out here crushing it, and he's jamming to the tunes, and he's jamming. Let's go. Ifumi is different. Like, so, okay, right there you can see how Chinop's using his wing layer. That's like, it's like this big wing that comes up. It kills bullets. It's destroying stuff. It can almost be used defensively. Like, you could, in Chaos Field, it's really big, too. So in Chaos Field, you can kind of pull it out, and then, you know, switch to Order Field, or just use it to kind of just cancel a bunch of bullets. M.Knight's kind of wing layer is just a lot. It's just different. It's not quite like that. It's a little more offensive. Let's see. Good use of regular laser there by M.Knight. Just like chipping away at the boss while he can before wiping out bullets. Let's see if there's any questions in chat. Oh, fire extinguishers all day? Yeah. It's extremely suspicious dodging. I love how synced up they are right now because of Chinop's resets. No shade. Also, Chinop took a hit. I didn't see it. Did he just take a hit? I think I just saw it. Ooh, I missed that. That's actually not good, although he is before his 20k. So, or 20 million rather. So he should be able to get his extend back. He's actually in good shape. You know what? That's not so bad. M.Knight doubling his score this early on, because M.Knight's kind of scoring the way his route is. It's going to kind of be more spread out across the run. Just watching with nerves now. I love that. I just want to mention that in M.Knight's notes, he says every stage of this game has the best music and has the best stage music in the game because the music is just that good. So yeah, the spinning things around his ship, that's his wing layer. I don't know if I mentioned that before. So this boss has the 3 turrets on each side. It's actually quite a chill boss. I'm talking about M.Knight. But if you're just not paying attention and you let a green bullet sneak by, like right there, almost fucking happened. Sword came out to stop it. It can be kind of a pain. So, you know, that was really close. Damn it, M.Knight. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna need a fucking, like, some freaking Dramamine after this, man. That's it. He's cutting it close. Chinopolis on the same one. Now Chinopolis, see, he's not fucking around. He's up there. He's killing the turrets with the sword. He's not messing around trying to cancel too many bullets. A little bit different styles. Like I said, Chinopolis is waiting to the very end, and he's gonna try to basically cash out all his shit at the end. But M.Knight's just scoring all the way throughout, man. Crazy route. But remember, he has no more extends left. Like M.Knight's, he got hit once. That's it. All right, Chinop just got his last extend. He's also on no more extends left. Nothing. That's it. These guys have the resources that they will have for the entirety of the rest of the run. M.Knight with some really swag strats with that wing layer. Very sick. Chinop staying in order field. Keeping it textbook. You know what I'm saying? God damn it. Alright, switching to Chaos Field there. Very nice. So again, you know, switching fields gives you that invul, right? But you can't do it all the time. You do have to kind of like give it a few seconds. He's probably gonna do it again. Yep, very nice. It's like Ikaruga, but good. Is how I would describe it. The switching, you know. So you know, no shade, you know, to Maz. Check out, stick around for the Maz run. Don't forget to stick around for the Maz run. Again, the synchronize is really helping me out. This is really helping me out. So now they're in stage 5. This is where the game pretty much goes nuts. All right, Chinopolis is going for a chain here. He has full lives. If he didn't, he wasn't going to go for this chain. He learned this chain yesterday. So let's see. He's on 186. Same with M.Knight. They're both going to chain. This is the end of the game. This is where the score is built. This is where the chains are. You live or you die. You get a good score or you fucking perish. Let's see what happens. M.Knight's cashing out all of his wing layers. Look at his bar. He only has 5, now 4. 512. Chinop catching up. 489. He's got a shit ton of wing layers. He's fucking... Dude, you better start using some. He's about to have max wing layers. Which is sick. Now, M.Knight has one less. He has one less extend, though, so we got to be careful. This part is kind of nasty. I've actually seen Chinop get hit on this part before. Oh, sorry, not this part. On the Chaos Field version of this part. So let's see if he goes into it or not. He might just order field the whole way. We'll have to see. The Chaos Field version of this is just insane. This is effectively a milk, you know, if you want to call it that. I mean, this is where, like, is the full free zone, whatever, you know what I'm saying, the grueling fight, you know, you get your water, you're like, all right, cool, they're gonna be milking, you know, killing it. Oh, what game is it? You can't read that behind me? I put the game right there. It's right there. Just read it. That's the game. You can't read that? That's cool. Nobody can read that, dude. Nobody knows what the fuck that means. Oh, Chinopolis, that was a very close red bullet. What are you doing? Suspicious. I know he's got to be feeling it right now, but he hasn't gotten hit yet, so he's probably feeling it in a good way. M.Knight, smooth, strong and smooth as ever, using up all his wing layers. Boom. Sword, wing layer. Sword, wing layer. Shit ton of milking. Although I think he's killing the boss kind of fast, M.Knight is. Chinopolis' chain is absolutely insane. Actually, even in practice, he doesn't always get this, so I'm getting extremely hype at his 1800 right now. Kind of excited. I'm excited. Holy shit. Will he get the full chain? Is he gonna full chain 5-1? Are they both gonna full chain 5-1? Yeah, but look how much bigger Chinop's chain is. Yeah, a synchronized defeat on the fucking full chain 5-1 from both of them. This is so sick. Oh, you guys are seeing history, dude. I swear to you. Show me another double play where you're gonna find that. That is extremely sick. All right, 5-2. This sucks. This is where I think M-Knight's gonna have a harder time with this core asshole than Chinopolis. Cause like, the way it works is Chinop's gonna drop a wing there, right there, right on top, right? Boom, right on top. It cancels all the green bullets. He sits back. It's all good, right? Now M-Knight, on the other hand, nah, he can't do that. His wing layer doesn't work like that. It's not that chill. Chinop just literally he rolls up, drops a wing layer on top, boop, right there, right on the core, bam, we're out of there. M-Knight has to get in there and fight. So you gotta respect him. You gotta respect Ifumi in this one. It's different. It's kind of crazy. After this, final boss. So like, one of the things, yeah, okay, right there, I was gonna say, Chinopolis has to kind of listen a little bit because he's gotta make sure that while he's getting cubes, he's not losing bar. Alright. This is all muscle memory. Final boss. Oh my god. Oh, Chinopolis. Okay. Alright, they're both on 4 lives right now. Okay, this is where Chinopolis' score is about to go bananagrams. He was hoping for maybe 80 to 100 million, and he's already at 70. I think he might be nearing a personal best. Like, so you see how M-Knight's at about 80, and how Chinopolis basically caught all the way up? Like, M-Knight had double the score, but he caught all the way up. But this right here this is all just honest dodging, you know what I'm saying? Honest dodging. Good old-fashioned memorization and honest dodging, the 2 tenets of shmupping. It's really only 2 skills. Good old-fashioned memorization and honest dodging and resource management, whatever, don't worry about that. But yeah, it's pretty chill on that pattern right there in order field, but as soon as you get to chaos field, it's fucking hibachi. Like, what is that, right? You just gotta be extremely careful. Chinop just took a hit. Shit, I missed it again. So hard to see both screens. I took a hit. That's alright. To be honest, I think they're taking hits right now. They're probably SDing, or I mean, they 100% are SDing, so they can refill their bar and get more bullets to basically farm, to basically cash out on. Yeah, there you go. Chinopolis is just chilling now in Chaos Field. Boom. Oh, look at his score. Skyrocket. Yeah, they still have bar right now, so no reason to SD unless you lose bar. If you lose bar, you can just basically SD and then get your bar back and then just keep canceling more bullets. There's kind of one problem I'm having with M-Knight's strat, which I haven't seen before, is that his chains seem really low. I mean, look at Chinopolis' chains. I think that's because Ifumi is just harder. Like, look what he's doing right there. Ifumi is just harder to do that with, you know? Whether you go Chaos Field or Order Field, it's just very difficult. And look, now Chinopolis has completely caught up scoring wise, and he's got more scores. The scores are neck and neck. Damn, I need to feed some 450 chunk of change. 100 million Chinopolis. Yo, he was looking for like 80 to 100. 111. Are you fucking kidding me? Let's go. Holy third. That's amazing. Whatever, third. That's fucking awesome. All right, let's check out M-Knight. Well, M-Knight, because M-Knight is capable of extremely high scores, but I think his chain drop here, 107, pretty much exactly the same, or damn near close. But isn't that crazy how Chinopolis actually overtook him on score? That's the beauty of this game. That's the beauty of the different characters. Ifumi is so different. She has to score more along the way. Hal can sit at the end there, drop that fucking wing layer on top, and you're just chilling. You're chilling. Enjoy the ending credits, my friends. Good games. Dude, are you fucking crazy? I am so hyped.
And I had to go for it.
Can you guys hear Chinopolis? Can you guys hear M-Knight? I mean, let me make sure chat can hear you.
Yo, can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Did we just clear at the same time or something? I didn't...
Dude, I cleared about 5 seconds before you did. I'd had to do a reset.
I reset once, but... So that means our runs are, like, pretty much the same duration.
Can you guys hear him? Wait, hold on. Oh, you can hear him. Okay, keep talking, guys. Go on.
What was your final score, Chinopolis?
I don't know. It was... I think I got more than...
I can tell you what it was. I can tell you what it was.
Because mine was like 107 million, I think.
I think I had 111 or 113.
M-Knight, go up. Go up from 107. That's where his score was.
He's at like 120.
No, a little less than that.
I think it was like
110, I
113.
guess.
Yeah, it was 111 that I saw, and you guys had
Okay.
pretty much exactly the same score. I mean, give or take, right? And he actually overtook you at about 81 million, and it was because he had a huge chain at the end.
I nearly ate it at the very end.
I know.
I misjudged how much health the boss had, and I was just gonna bum rush it and just kill it. And I saw like if it hadn't died like a split second later, I would have game overed right there.
Oh wow.
Milky.
Man.
Chillo.
It
Great
was one
playing,
of
my
those.
dudes.
Third place, 111 million is what I had.
Yeah, you had 111.
I was wondering at the end, like, because I knew I didn't have a super huge combo. We kind of agreed, like, as a safety measure, to kill the boss with 2 lives remaining.
Yeah.
And I was thinking for a split second, like, maybe I should actually go for one, but I was like, nah, fuck it. Because
I wasn't like purposely SDing for score there. I was kind of like, I need to kill it now, so I'll use this extra life to kill it quicker.
I told the chat, don't tell the chat you weren't doing that, because I told them you were. I told them you were SDing for score. Yeah, come on. Yeah, that was planned. Yeah.
I really misjudged how much health it had there at the end. That was almost really bad. But that I didn't use any extra energy from that last life. So, but man, I had a nearly perfect. I'm gonna turn my game down a little bit because I can't hear.
Oh, it's fine. I feel salty. I didn't have my big mic didn't work for whatever reason because I hope the commentary was good because I was literally screaming, guys. I was fucking shouting during the run.
Yeah, it was good. It came through very well.
I can't.
Okay,
yeah.
peace. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, that was. I had an absolutely perfect 5-1. I couldn't believe it. I was
it was
playing
incredible.
really
You full
tight.
chained it.
I was playing really tight for the whole rest of the game, taking bad hits, but.
Like, the only really bad hit that I took was in 4-2, which is one of the few stages which is kind of crazy, kind of risky. I did something stupid, like when he did the 3 times, like the salvo of aimed bullets. I tapped right, and then I tapped left again, like just went back.
Man.
Like,
So you had 4. You only had 4 lives going into 5-1.
Yeah,
okay,
but
I managed to have the full 5.
Yeah, I didn't have the full 5 lives, but I did 1 life 5-1, 5-2, and 5-3. I did one mistake, but one mistake in 5-3, but it gave me energy back. So
yeah, great.
It all worked out.
Man, both of us got 100 cleared. Both got 100K.
Dude, you both got 100K. And well, what happened was actually Chinopolis. You guys played the same way, like you guys got hit the same amount of times, but M.Knight had already reached the score threshold, whereas you still had 20K to go.
My
so you
low
got
score.
your fifth one back at 20K, whereas M.Knight was already at like 45K. So when he got hit, I think M.Knight, you actually got hit in like
the HAL advantage.
I got
in 3.
It was in stage 4. 4-2.
Was it in 4? Okay. I might have missed. I might have missed that.
But I got it back.
Incredible run, guys. Mark, we should probably get off and let the rest of the crew jump on. Thanks so much. Thanks everyone for watching Shmup Slam, the only place to be on a Saturday night. So many more runs coming up.
Yeah.
Don't forget to catch the next one. Peace.
Also, just last thing, I just posted the Chaos Field wiki page because
definitely check that out.
If you're interested in this super cool game, you want to play it, then go check out this page that we wrote recently for the opportunity. And there's so much info and stuff that basically everything I know, I put it there. And hopefully,
this run, as great as it was, we're barely scratching the surface of scoring. There is so much depth to this game.
Oh yeah, but it's so risky. Because I have so many strats in mind. Like I want to just make the score skyrocket, but it's just gonna be insanely risky.
Yep.
I feel salty because I don't know who's next. Is it VXD that's next? I forget.
Yes.
But anyways, okay, fantastic. Well, I'll let you take over, Mark. Thanks, everyone. We'll catch up with you soon.
Thanks, everyone.
Peace.
Thanks for watching.
See ya. Okay,
See ya
we'll be
later.
right back here with Aka&Blue. One moment.
Alerta, alerta, enemigo aproximándose.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome back. We have an absolute treat lined up here. This is Aka&Blue Type-R, which is the arcade port of Aka&Blue. and currently is only available on actual hardware. So this is being streamed by VXD from the actual Exa arcade system. So that's pretty cool. This game is kind of famous for having a restriction against streams and recordings, which is part of the reason that you may not have seen it before. So thank you, VXD, for being willing to bend the rules a little bit and give us all a fantastic show.
Yeah, fingers crossed for the fate of poor Shmup Slam.
Yeah, this game is kind of like a follow-up to Cave's last shoot 'em ups. I feel like if anyone liked, let's say Aka Katana, for example, this game is very close to Aka Katana, especially Shin.
Yeah, the main programmer for Aka&Blue worked on Aka Katana and DaiOuJou
I think
as
even
well.
I think even some other staff as well, like the CEO of Tanoshima's.
Yeah,
worked on Aka Katana. But the system is super close to Shin, like the bombs behave like the sword throw in Shin, and can go into that later.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's kind of talk about what the game systems are. So, the main mechanic of Aka&Blue is sort of the bomb system, which works very differently than the bomb that you think of when you think of a lot of arcade shooters. So instead of being a full screen clearing sort of explosion, it's a like directed energy ball sort of, and it travels across the screen. If it's greater than level 1, it travels across the screen and can absorb bullets, but there are no iframes when you trigger it. Like right here, it's a huge, nice bomb on the stage 1 mid-boss. Oh, full 3 billion from that. Nice.
Yeah. So the way it works is a lot like Katana Shin. So when you throw the bomb, it generates a ton of score items when it overlaps with an enemy. And the faster you collect those items, the more points you get, and it's like exponential. So you point blank that mid boss. That's like the intro in this game to the scoring. It's like, bomb this mid boss. It's a good, easier bomb.
Mm-hmm.
But the way this is different from the mobile game, like I'd say this is like not even a port. It's like almost like an entirely different game. They made like especially for scoring, you really don't bomb that much. Like you probably bomb like 2-3 times per stage, ideally. But in the later VXD is definitely, he's going for a survival strat. He's going for a true last boss, which exists if you don't lose any lives.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see more bombs. And here, started the boss, get a good point blank, get through some nasty patterns. The other thing is he's using the blue ship. There are 2 ships. This one has like, when you focus fire, it shoots missiles. And there's a surprising amount of depth to the missiles. If you hold the button, it works like the sub-weapon in Esperate, where you can like aim your missiles to the side a bit. If you mash focus while holding C, it'll rapid fire missiles forward, which is excellent for bosses. I think the XD has an auto fire button for doing that.
Okay.
Does very high damage.
So the score goal for stage 1 was 4 billion, which he's handily exceeded here. And I believe the best known strats right now are in the neighborhood of like 6 billion, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think so. 6 to 7 probably. I've been following. I mean, yeah, we don't have footage of Japanese players, so the main thing I'm very curious, like, what do the later stages look like optimized?
Yeah.
Those must look super wild. Like the last stage, you're point blanking everything, you're no bombing the boss. It's like, damn, what are they doing?
Yeah. And I guess another thing that factors into how the scoring works, and the reason that you probably use less bombs here than you do in the mobile port, is there's also sort of a chain system built in, and a lot of the time you want to have a comparatively higher chain when you start the bomb, although it's a little bit confusing because when the bomb actually fires, the bullets that it cancels add to your chain.
Yeah, you're right.
And so it's possible to come into a very dense pattern with a low chain, but because you cancel so many bullets, you can build up a very high chain. But once you use a bomb, after the bomb is over, the chain will be reset to 0 and you have to start again.
Yeah, you're right. That comes into play because like once the chain counter stops, there's no point holding on to it. So like you might as well bomb at like 700 and get it up to somewhere with the bullets and then get a big bomb. Like in this stage, there's a good bomb spot, for example. Like you don't want to hold on to it forever.
Yeah,
but definitely. And again, I'd say it's similar to Agatha Shin. So like the main score is from the bomb overlapping with enemy hitboxes. So let's say this mid boss is actually pretty small. So ideally, you don't even bomb this guy. But this is like, this mid boss is in in this game, like, this is a real gatekeeper. Like most people lose their first credit here. because you need to get the hang of the bomb system, because these patterns are brutal. Like
Yeah.
the XDs using bombs. You can no bomb this definitely, but this is like this doesn't feel like a stage 2 thing.
Absolutely. I think the difficulty of the patterns in this game is really intense. I've described it as ferocious before, which I think is pretty good. It just really comes at you fast and hard, and it wants you to use the bombs. It is definitely possible to do huge sections of the game, maybe even the entire game, without using a bomb at all. But for the purposes of a survival run, which, you know, we're looking at a combination of survival and score, but with an emphasis on survival here, definitely you want to be using those bombs often.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it's I feel like the scoring, like it's a really nice risk reward system they have here. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of something for everyone in this game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, nice there. That probably was not planned at that exact moment, but there's sort of a little sub-bullet that was spawned from destroying those sort of missiles. That's a common theme with the bosses and mid-bosses in this game, is that they'll fire these sort of like missiles or bombs, and when you destroy those, they'll generate additional bullets. So you have to be really careful and pay a lot of attention to those. Very easy to get hit by those little sort of sub-bullets.
Yeah, the game plays like kind of these like meta tricks. Is the bomb is strong, so it needs to like do some weirder stuff sometimes to like catch you off guard. Here, this pattern, like you can stream those pink bullets a bit easier than you think, and he was getting the hang of that. Yeah. But yeah, the interesting thing too is like when you're bombing the bosses, ideally you want to be like point blanking them, so it's a little crazy. Like the potential you have is like you want to be right up there.
Yeah. And it can also be kind of tricky too, because you want to be as close as possible, but the explosion of the bomb and the shower of point items that it creates can actually obscure the boss itself. So you don't know if you're too close sometimes. Like the stage 1 mid-boss, sometimes I just run into it because I get too close, and it feels bad every time.
Yeah, it's bad. But it's like, it's exactly the same in Aka Katana, and it was already like, why is this a thing? But now I'm used to it.
But it feels great when you pull it off.
Yeah, it's really like the system is really rewarding. You can see your results as well. Like,
yeah,
it's nice.
And just these little tiny refinements on timing or positioning can have huge changes, like exponential changes in how much score you get. So it really pays to kind of look for those opportunities and explore different options here.
Wait, someone talked about the missiles. So like this ship like has the missiles. So for scoring and even for normal play, like if you hit enemies with the missiles, it generates more chain than a normal shot. So for example, in stage 1, you want to actually like shooting those S-sprayed kind of sub-weapons to the side to like destroy as many enemies as possible with the missiles, not with the main shot, and you'll have a higher chain. So that's a little very, very cool like thing to do for scores. So you kind of always have something to do even if you're not bombing.
Yeah, just as an example of how much of an influence that has, the first half of stage 1 up before the mid-boss, if you don't use the missiles with blue, you end up with around 300 chain, and if you do use the missiles, you can end up with well over 600.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's a massive difference. So here is the first extend. You need to destroy this tower. Generally, it'll go down in about 2 fully charged bomb shots. There you go. And talking about the bomb charge, actually, that's something we haven't really brought up yet. So you see the gauge on the side of the screen corresponds to the strength of the bomb. At level 1, it just cancels a small radius around your ship, although it does have a shorter cooldown at level 1. But at higher levels, it produces an actual sort of projectile that travels up the screen and cancels bullets. The charge is built up by grazing bullets, I think collecting items, doing damage, all kinds of things. But grazing in particular is an important one, and it's also built up by using the bomb to cancel bullets. So in some of the boss fights for survival, you'll try to shoot the bomb into giant clouds of bullets because it will build up another bomb more quickly.
Yeah, you kind of do these bomb loops. It's worth noting, like, though, when you get the max power bomb, it only reloads a while after it goes off screen. So there's some risk to do a full bomb, especially some fights. And if on this ship you can actually aim the bomb in like a bad way, like if you travels diagonally, it'll take longer to reload, for example. So you gotta be careful.
Yeah, getting used to the way that Blue angles her bomb. Aka is just always straightforward in front of him, but Blue kind of moves opposite her movement. It can be very useful, but very difficult to get a hang of. we'll probably actually see some level 1 bomb abuse in this boss fight because
okay, this boss you will probably see this is the biggest bomb in the entire game you get in here, scoring bomb. You'll see it very soon. So there's a part of this boss where it extends its side to the entire vertical length of the screen, and you can throw a bomb on top, and that's a lot of items.
Yeah, I had no idea that this existed until I watched his replay here, because I haven't watched any replays for this game until a couple days ago, and that's just so cool.
Yeah, you can even sit up there and like. Actually, yeah, you want to bomb this multiple times. Like this is the most. I don't think even stage 5 probably can't get such a good bomb. It's a good little demonstration of the bomb mechanic.
So
he has a really interesting route here. Like I never did this myself. Like level 1s right in this spot. It's pretty interesting.
I always build up level 5s there, but yeah, the level 1s.
Yeah, I sit on the
reliably.
side, like at the very side of the screen, and do level 5s there. But that looks more consistent.
Yeah, the level 1s looks like it's a very consistent option for that pattern for sure.
Yeah, it's worth saying VXD has like reached the true last boss many times, so he's like probably one of the most consistent like just survival players in the world. Like
this strategy he uses here, where he goes side to side, again using that bomb diagonally. This looks so much more comfortable than what I do. I just kind of sit in the middle and go up straight. This looks so much easier.
I do this too. This feels like the intended route. Okay. Kinda makes so much sense. But yeah, who knows what is the intended? Maybe it's just meant to kill you.
Probably.
Though it's surprising, a lot of the bosses, like the last attack, is not the hardest at all.
Yeah.
I feel like on many. Like including the next stage's boss, which is very nasty. The last one is not the problem.
Yeah. Although the stage 4 boss can throw you up at the very end. There's kind of nasty surprise that's possible, but...
It's also in this game, like if you're playing for survival, the stage parts are way easier than the bosses. Like it's maybe a little too much easier. But if you're playing for, like if you're taking score into account, like VXD is going for TLB and scores, so it's still fine. Like the stages are cool, there's lots going on. Even then it's fine, but if you end up playing this game, definitely like you want to practice the bosses. Those are where they're gonna stop you from getting your clear.
Definitely.
The stages are kind of in there in the middle.
Although his routes for the bosses are really quite stable, which is really impressive to see. Especially his pattern for stage 4 boss phase 2.
Yeah, I was impressed. I watched through his stage 4 and 5 boss patterns. They look very consistent. It proves to show like this is definitely a game where you're rewarded for learning the mechanics. Like you can have like your basic shmup skills, but also just learning perfecting the bomb mechanics, grazing. Will take you a long way.
Yeah, very, very, very much so.
I would say in this stage the enemy patterns do rack up like amp up here. Like you can definitely die to the normal enemies here, and there's a little mid boss rush here with the giant battleship. That's quite cool. And it's very hard to no bomb through these mid boss. I think I never did that personally. Like they get a little crazy.
It depends on which one. I definitely have not gone through all of them no bomb. That sounds insane.
And also in this stage, a lot of those mine type enemies that spawn bullets, they're kind of tricky.
Yeah, and it's super important to keep those in mind for the actual mid boss, which is coming up.
Yeah, I would say that mid boss is really hard. Like
it's so hard.
Easily lose 1 life on it, but unless VXD has a nice speed kill for it, you'll probably see that he heals it very quickly, so it doesn't get to do its later patterns.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, coming up here is a massive, massive wall. Me and some friends who've played the arcade version, we call this thing Blue Guy, and we hate it with a true deep passion.
I mean, I can understand that. It has really annoying, like the last pattern makes you like stream at a very specific speed. It is very evil.
Okay, early bomb there. Hopefully that's not a problem.
Okay. Oh, yeah, so the bomb system does mid-boss. He definitely wants like bombs that reload his bomb. So there are these mines that shoot 1,000,000 bullets. Yeah. You might have gone past those already, but that's like a game kind of telling you to like do that bomb refill trick. If you don't, the boss can live very long.
Yeah, okay, there you go, nice. and he wants to do as much damage as he can before the next couple patterns. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, he skipped
Nice.
the last patterns.
Yeah.
So he did a nice trick. So when it's raining those mines, if you don't bomb, you can barely damage the boss. So he had a really nice strat there where he gets like just the right bomb levels to clear out the way for his main shot. To really, and the missiles definitely. So whenever he's damaging stuff, he's mashing the missiles. Like might be using these auto fire to shoot more missiles. It's really nice. So that first pattern is quite tricky. You can also stream it up and down, but he has a nice little bomb pattern.
Yeah. Yeah, I go up on it, but it took a long time to get to a point where I was comfortable doing that instead.
Yeah, I go up as well. Or, yeah, up, I think, yeah. Yeah, I tried to go down, but the game kills you.
Cool.
Then you go up.
Okay.
Here's this surround pattern. Yeah, this is the nasty pattern of this boss.
This is so beautiful.
Really
It's so, his strategy for this is so beautiful. I love it. Like, man.
Oh, yeah, he might be doing... so there's a trick, you can shoot... Yeah, he's doing... Yeah, this, I have the same strat. So you shoot the bomb to the other side, so it cancels out both, like, 2 cases of the pink bullets and makes
that's
waves.
so good. That's so good.
It's a really good strat.
Okay.
And now you can kind of, the last pattern, you can kind of just bomb spam here, but let's see what he does.
The last pattern is almost free, but the little mines, they explode in these giant radials. And if one of them gets too close to you and you're not paying attention, you can die very quickly. Yeah, nice.
I think he might be like, I think he's very confident how much damage he can deal to the boss, so just using one bomb there for like safety or not even safety if the boss is gonna die, he like do it very consistently. So he's no miss so far and up to the last stage, so
yeah,
actually might be pretty good chances even for the TLB, who knows.
So far, yeah.
The last
very
stage
much
is
on pace.
definitely hard.
Yeah, Murasaki and Kuro are very difficult fights.
Yeah, I would say especially Kuro. Like when I cleared this, I kind of, on my personal difficulty ranking, I put this the same as Battle Gorega, but I did play it blind, but I would say this is quite a hard game, but it's like,
I agree.
It's not like too hard. I would say like anyone can play this, but it's like a cave level game, difficulty for sure. It's like a later cave game.
And you can't really approach it the same way you play a lot of those, because I feel like it's really easy to make a very small mistake and then just get completely thrown off.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like the failure mode is very catastrophic here. And one of the things I like so much about the game is that you're always riding that razor's edge between like this run is excellent and oh god, everything is horrible.
Yeah, you're right. Though I feel like one of the few nitpicks I had with this game, they might have changed the patch. Like when you get hit, I feel like there's very little feedback.
I would agree.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, I didn't notice I got hit, and I'm like, oh, I'm missing one life.
Well, and the fact that there's no iframes on the bomb, and there's like very few iframes when you get hit, and so that contributes, I think, to that sort of sense.
Especially
of like,
those are very nasty on bosses, and especially stage 4 and 5 bosses. Those are the probably most of the difficulty of the game. Is those 2 bosses. So this last stage is really cool. I really want to see someone do the max scoring routes for this. The enemy pattern stuff gets very wild.
Yeah, so in this last stage you have a ton of enemies that are shooting a ton of bullets all the time, and it's all like this sort of back and forth, cut back, Zako streaming kind of situation. But I imagine, and I haven't seen a high level replay that does this, but I imagine you must be able to like point blank every single one of those cancels that you go for.
Yeah, probably it must be. Yeah, there's probably those big enemies coming up very soon that
those
cover
guys
the
are
whole
terrifying.
screen with bullets. You probably bomb. Yeah, they're terrifying. They're very cool though.
Yeah, they're really, really neat. But they shoot these solid walls of yellow bullets, and when those come out, if you don't know they're coming, it's awful.
Wait, there's definitely parts. So there's so many of these small enemies. You can do that chain trick you were talking about, where you got 5, 6, 6 chain from 0 there. So you can definitely in this stage shoot diagonal bomb, and you might even be doing it. I mean, he's not point blanking the items themselves, but if he was, there's insane amount of points.
Right. So there he
probably
went from,
even the highest level
10 to
replay
700.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah. So coming up here is the first of these big enemies. Ah, nice, misdirecting the Zako fire. He's gonna bomb probably right now. Yeah, there you go. So that boss, not boss, that enemy shoots these yellow lines that just form a solid wall. And if you don't know that it's coming and you don't have resources to bomb through it, you're just not having a good time.
I will say again, he's doing a really nice job of like, I think he's using a combination of the auto fire and manual fire on missiles. The missiles do a huge difference in your damage output. So like he has very good, like he's doing very high damage to this.
Yeah.
These, big enemies and stuff. So. If you're playing the other ship, that's not a factor. But if you're playing this, you definitely want to be shooting those.
For sure. Now we're coming up on just a second here on Murasaki, the stage 5 mid-boss. Who I think is, in my opinion, is one of the hardest parts of the game. I pretty much always lose a life here, just because things are very visually tricky.
Yeah, it's visually confusing for sure.
Yeah.
And the last pattern is kind of it has a last pattern. You probably won't see it, where it actually kills you for bombing if you don't fight your recoil of your bomb. It's pretty clever.
Ride the recoil. I found out that you can ride the recoil under the pattern.
I see.
Fun. But alright, so this can be scary. Yeah, okay, good. He dodged it. Sometimes you just.
I feel like if you get good bombs on this boss, I feel like you can totally no miss it. I think the thing part of this is it's hard to hit the boss. So if you don't deal enough damage, it's very hard. But if you hit your bombs perfectly like he is, it's fine.
Yeah.
Now you get the Ketsui pattern, but the bomb is very strong, so he's gonna be able to take it out no problem.
Yeah, no problem. Awesome. Yeah, one of the things that's challenging about that boss and about phase 2 of Kuro is that they have randomized movement, and so it can be very difficult to, like, even if you know how the patterns work, and the patterns themselves don't have that much RNG. But if the boss moves in a way that you're not expecting, especially with a character like Blue where you have to sort of preemptively aim your shots, it can be difficult.
Yeah. Also, again, like the hitbox on that mid-boss is so big that scoring ones probably don't even bomb that boss, and that sounds absolutely insane.
Yeah, that sounds terrifying.
But yeah, the random movement, yeah, it's really rough on Kuro, especially. Like you can totally be like, hey, why has my bomb is covering my bomb?
So, I didn't watch any replays until I cleared this game, and I had no idea about what we're about to see, which is really funny, because I struggled with this opening for a while, and VXD is going to make it look so easy.
Oh, I think VX2 doing the same strat as I do. Sit on the side and shoot vertical bombs, and this very first pattern gets completely trivialized.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah. Somehow, like also the reload time is like perfect for the missiles that come at you, or something like that. I don't remember. Yeah, like that. So now he shot a diagonal bomb. He's getting ready for the next phase.
Yeah.
But he's practiced his boss a lot, so.
Yeah. And here the timing is kind of important. You wanna time this bomb so that when you reload, you're right at the end of this phase, and then you have a bomb that comes out early.
Yeah, timing is everything.
Yeah, there you go.
If you're doing this the bombing way, you're absolutely the timing is absolutely everything, or you're just gonna die. He did perfectly there. His intended route.
Absolutely beautiful.
Now first phase is done.
All right.
Now we get this funny memorizer pattern.
Yeah. This pattern, if you know, you either know it's coming or you die. Those are the options.
Yes. Oh, what is he gonna do? Oh.
So aimed.
Yeah, then just get
now
out.
Get out of the way. Yeah.
But yeah, now comes the real, hard phase of this boss, like these patterns.
Yeah, and again, the back and forth movement here is a little bit randomized, so this pattern, it can have some variation to it.
Yeah. And really, I think if you have excellent management of bomb, this will be much easier.
Ooh,
I think he's
nice.
definitely practiced bombs more than either of us have. So that was so lucky. That was really unfortunate. That was just looking. He thought he would miss, but it hit.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Some of the hitboxes in this game have a really long tail, and so they can clip you like that, and that is a pattern where I've really noticed that problem myself. That's very unfortunate. Spectacular.
Yeah, he's probably gonna no miss. That's too bad. Oh well. He's gonna no miss the rest. It's almost basically a no miss. Almost.
Yeah. Pretty good scoring too for a run that was optimized around survival.
Yeah. So I'd say you always do the first 3 stages. You might as well do a couple scoring tricks because warm up. Yeah.
And this
Great-
last
great
pattern
run.
just, yeah. Beautiful
Kind of
run.
like a quick time event there.
Yeah, it's almost free.
Yeah, it's almost. Yeah, you can like it's not entirely free. You totally
You can get hit. It is possible, but
But yeah, great run
yeah,
VXD. Really unfortunate with that one miss because that was like not even a like a that was not like a
Yeah,
mistake.
exactly.
That was like a miss. That was like a misread of the sprite.
yeah, very, very, very good run. Just making the game look absolutely trivial.
Yeah, you made the 1cc look like free. You're like, oh, I'm gonna get hit. Actually, yeah, I don't think like when people play this for score, they don't go for the TLB. It's too hard. They're not gonna clear the game. Like, they're gonna skip the TLB. Basically did that.
I also I noticed that there's no actual clear bonus for extra lives, which I found very
Yeah,
interesting.
there's nothing like the only thing that happens when you get hit is your chain gets cut off.
Yeah,
as far as I know. So there might even be like you might even take intentional hits after using your chain or something. Who knows?
Maybe,
Like
I'm not
exploding
sure.
rounds.
I don't think it gives you meter, although it might give you like up to 2 or something.
I can't recall.
Anyway, yeah, really, really, really solid run. Again, just making this game look easy, which it absolutely is not. And some really cool strategies there. He actually found the strategy for that phase 2 of boss 4, where he's just tapping to the side. He found that himself, and blew my mind when I saw that. I'm like, what? You can do that?
Oh yeah, the opener. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I figured out this bomb to the side. But yeah, the opener I didn't. But yeah, it was fun. It's definitely fun, like figuring out how to use the bombs. And I would say like one also nitpick with this game, like the blue ship is kind of just better and more fun than the red ship. But maybe that's just me.
Yeah,
it's like,
no,
it's like stronger and it has more going on, and it has more going on in scoring. Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'd be very curious to see how scoring runs look for Aka versus for blue.
Yeah, so I think with Aka, his shot like generates more score items. So you actually like point blanking bosses with your shot to get some like stream of items or something like that. So
interesting.
Like, very very different.
Okay.
And also a harder clear. So especially like let's say you're fighting that stage 5 boss and you're sitting on the side throwing your bomb. Well, guess what? Almost half of your shots are missing, so you're doing barely any damage. But
yeah.
Blue can shoot forwards and spam missiles, so it doesn't matter where you are on the screen.
Yeah, definitely. I think Aka works very, very well when you're first picking up the game, and he feels really intuitive up until about the stage 3 boss, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, how do I do the rest of the game with
Yeah, I
this
think
shit?
like the thing like it's related to like the stages is way easier than the bosses, and Aka is like good at clearing stages, but that's not your problem with this game. Your problem is the bosses, and Aka has a harder time against bosses. Someone asked about the story. I think you can actually like rewatch this VOD because he has the English subtitles on, and there's the ending here, so you can kind of get a recap of the story.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
The story, I think, it's a little too involved to go into, but compared to a lot of other shmup stories, I think it's actually quite solid. And especially the characters have some fun interactions, and if you play as Aka versus as Blue, you get like different interactions in the stages, you get different boss dialogue, you get different ending. So there's a lot more going on here than a lot of other games.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I especially like when you get to this stage 5 boss and he has this monologue and he's like Shinugayoi.
Shinugayoi. Yeah. I love that. And they shout out Dodonpachi in like the first line of the game.
Oh yeah, Aka is like, let's shoot some stuff up and dump.
Yeah. It's really good.
Fantastic
you can really
playing.
feel. Yeah, excellent run.
Well, thanks so much. And up next, next one, Soft Drink, you're still on, aren't you? Because we got...
I am.
Oh, Big
Can't
Mama.
get rid of me that easy.
Big Mama. We got the Dodonpachi white label. Nice. HSM. This is going to be crazy. All right, everyone stay tuned. We'll get that loaded up.
All right. Thank you so much, VXD, again. What a treat.
Yeah, thanks for showcasing the game, and I hope more people can access it. I know this game is in quite a few arcades, especially in the States.
Yeah. Recently, Round 1 picked it up, I think. And it's shown up at a few locations now. I know there's a couple in California that have it. I don't know about other states, but yeah. Great
I think the arcade like near me in Finland has this game again, so I might actually go there tomorrow, try some games.
Oh, awesome.
There's some other, like Ritra Hexa on Hexa looks really good, and it's like harder than Darius Burst, so that interests me, and some other games. So there's some cool stuff there for who can access these games.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is really the big obstacle, but yeah, it's a really good game. Did you play it after there was a couple updates that reduced the input lag?
This game. I played it on the first patch, and I was like part of the people. I was like one of the originators of. I like measured the lag, and I was like, "Damn, this game is laggy."
Yeah.
But then I cleared it and stuff. I was like, "Yeah, it's laggy, but I cleared it."
Yeah, it feels way better now.
Yeah. I'm impressed. So like, I wasn't expecting them to improve it, but they improved the lag multiple times. Now it's like 2 frames, and you can't get better than that. So
you can.
Like,
they have a 1 frame
like
update
props to Exa and Tanoshimasu on the input lag stuff, because it's a big improvement.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't tried the 1 frame update yet because it just came out. But I'd really like to try that. I'm sure it feels even better.
Yeah, and they also buffed Aka, the red ship, so that's one big difference. They made him stronger, or they say they made him just easier to play, but I don't buy that. I think they buffed Aka, and they reduced the input lag. So
sweet,
give it a shot again. Right.
Well, thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and good stuff with the run, and have fun with DaiOuJou. See you guys.
All right, hello again, everyone. This is another just absolute gem of a run. This is going to be HSM playing Dodonpachi DaiOuJou White Label, 2-all attempt with BEX. And I'm joined on the mic by the one, the only Iconoclast.
Hi.
Sorry, didn't mean to put you on the spot too much there. But yeah, it's a great privilege to be behind the mic with a player such as yourself. And
yeah, I've played this game before.
Yeah, just a couple times. And to be covering a run that's hopefully going to be quite something to see. So, as I'm sure many of you are already aware, Dodonpachi DaiOuJou White Label is just about the farthest you can get from a marathon safe game. There are a lot of things that can go wrong, and there's a couple spots in particular where any mistake could end the entire run with no way to recover or continue off of it.
Yeah,
So
that's basically like the entire second loop.
Yeah, exactly. 2-1 is extremely scary, but even once you're past 2-1, everything else is still extremely scary. It's just one mistake only starts a catastrophic death spiral instead of immediately ending the credit. So HSM is actually playing on the Xbox 360 port, which, despite being much maligned, is actually pretty decent if all you want to do is play full credits of the arcade mode, which is pretty much what we're going to be seeing here.
It's the 360 version is not that bad, but like compared to the PCB or I think the PS2 version has an extra frame of lag. For White Label, it's on Black Label the 2-4 boss is really horrible on the 360 port. I don't know how that is on White though. I haven't played it in a while.
I wasn't aware that there were changes that affected the bosses specifically. That's interesting.
Yeah, on Black Label it just has like no slowdown at all on 360, which makes it's already like the hardest thing in the game, so
yeah, that's bad. All right, well, so far really nice stage 1 route. Going for the B before getting the hyper there and managing to do the link there hyperless in White Label with BEX. Pretty nice. Probably going to see, I would imagine, around 900 hits coming out of the stage. We'll see. I don't know exactly what HSM's routes are like, but I think most players end up routing stage 1-1 pretty well after a while.
I think he has like full chain strategies for every stage, but like he's mostly playing for survival, so like if he screws something up, he's not really going to care that much, most likely.
Yeah. Interesting. A bit more delayed on that hyperactivation than I would normally expect to see. But he's still going to be able to get the last 3 Bs out of hyper. So he's going to end up with about 1.6 hypers before the boss. 861 hits, 29 million. Very nice. So about to hit the second score extend. Even the 1-1 boss is a lot scarier in White Label. Something about the RNG just feels a lot more dangerous here to me. Yeah, and going for the point blank. Very nice. Gonna try to destroy these rotating sort of side pods while they're spinning around the boss. So he's gonna stall out a little bit and wait for the next phase. Probably go for it right about now. Yeah, there you go. And now, oh, okay, that was a little messy for a second there, but managed to get rid of the Hakyo, the sort of angry mode pattern, very safely.
I want to see if he hypers at the very start of the stage, because that's like a common thing in White Label. Or if he just lets the hypers drop. Yeah, he just lets it go.
Okay.
Because if you hyper before like the screen wipe finishes, you can save your hyper until later. It's worth more points that way, but not a big deal.
Yeah. Does that work in Black Label? Excuse me, in both White Label and Black, or is it only in Black?
I don't remember if that actually works in Black Label, but even if it does, it's like it's not worth as many points.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, and handling that link with hyper makes it a heck of a lot easier, but it does increase the pressure to hold the rest of the stage. So, very nice. This reminds me a lot of the kind of the Superplay routes that are actually included on the White Label Superplay DVD. For Stage 2, they do something very similar. All right, cool. So coming up here, you're going to want to keep those tanks. So there's a cluster of five tanks on the right there, and he's going to destroy them in a 3, then power up carrier, then 2, then slide over and onto the mid-boss. If you don't delay the kill on those, it's very difficult to chain into the mid-boss without using hyper, and you don't want to use hyper there because it's much more lucrative to wait until the final part of the stage here. Yeah, so looks like he... Oh, is he going to try to go for the afterburner thing on the bunkers? Nice. Yeah, it looks like he is setting up for it. Very cool. So what's happening here is that these sort of large bunker structures, the vulnerability of them deactivates once they've scrolled past a certain point on the screen, but you can still get hits off of them with the aura from the laser. And so by intentionally delaying the kill on them until they start to scroll off the screen, you can get a few extra hits. This technique works in a couple other places in Stage 5 as well, but the safest place to do it is here at the end of 1-2. So 107 million at the end of Stage 1-2 is an excellent score for sort of White Label. Like I said, very much in line with what I expect from like early White Label Superplay strategies. And still very, very respectable by any metric. So,
yeah, what you'll see here in White Label is that like the rank is much nastier in the first loop. So these bullets they're just flying at them.
And this pattern in particular, no slowdown in White Label here compared to a lot in Black Label. Nicely done.
Yeah, yeah. If you're used to Black Label and then you play White Label later, then you notice the rank difference.
Oh yeah. I'm curious what his strategy is going to be for Stage 3. I imagine he probably doesn't go for the chain through, but does he go for any of the bonus battleships? Looks like probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. No
In White Label, most people just like, I don't even know if they even use any hypers in the stage. They just get 5 for Stage 4.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what he's going to do here.
Most likely. Unless you're... Oh, God. I'm just thinking of Komodo Michi right now, but anyway, that was wild.
Yeah, SPS just going for the hardest chain in the game. It's like
and
so low consistency.
Almost getting it too. So close. Anyway, so a little bit of a drop there, but doesn't matter a whole lot because the first half of this stage is going to have to drop anyway at the mid boss unless he does go for the chain through, but he's clearly not because he didn't set up for it. Nice. Interesting that it's not point blanking here against this mid boss. I think the point blanking it makes it a little bit easier to handle sometimes.
I was surprised they didn't go for the safe spot. I guess it doesn't really matter for the first loop, but
yeah, for first loop probably not. Nice delays on the Zako kills here. So keeping the larger flyer alive, though, that's kind of interesting. Ooh. That's a bummer. That looked like it would have held.
you can still maybe get 5 hypers by the boss.
I think so. There's enough bees left. Certainly from the boss fight as well, he would get enough meter.
The chain coming up here after the 2 towers, though, is a little bit tricky in the White Label.
This one here?
Right. Yeah, this one.
Okay.
You have to, like, weirdly delay the Zako.
Yeah. Yeah, so a bunch of chain breaks there, but Stage 3 is not about score. At least not in white label. So it's +4, and that's about to be 5. Oh, okay. So
at least
he
he'll
didn't
get
get
a
it before the
bullet
boss.
cancel. Yeah, he'll get a bullet cancel on the boss though. That might
Yeah.
screw him up.
Or help out, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, there you go. Oh, okay. Yeah, that probably would have thrown me off. At the very start of the pattern like that. It's kind of rude. So what happened there, for those who aren't as familiar with DaiOuJou, is that he built up another hyper bar while he was in a boss fight, and he had bombs available, which means that a hyper item will not drop, and instead, by building up that meter, it will cause the bullets on screen to be canceled into stars. And it just so happened that that aligned with the start of that pattern.
I think he's gonna hyper this attack after dodging a few times. Still pretty dangerous, even when you're like really good at the game.
Yeah, it's a very, very scary attack in white label. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Yeah, it's interesting. I think if you compare a screenshot of the white label version of the Genbu Final to the black label version, the black label version looks much scarier, but that is not the case at all. The white label version is so much harder, at least in Loop 1.
In white label, the it keeps like the larger bullets. Like in black label, once his health gets low, it switches to small bullets.
Yeah.
And in white label, you have a bigger hitbox, so that doesn't help.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, interesting. Using another hyper right away there. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think he does this stage with hypers to keep the chain going instead of going completely hyperless through the middle part.
Makes a lot of sense, yeah. So what you'd see from a lot of like super play type runs would be hypering at the very beginning of the stage instead of at the end of the previous stage, and then trying to do this entire middle section with these sort of diagonal trams coming up, funiculars, I guess. You'd see trying to play this whole section hyperless, but it looks like instead HSM is using hypers to maintain the chain through this part, which is a totally valid way to play, but it doesn't end up scoring as highly just because of sort of the value of enemies and how many enemies are available at different points in the stage.
Yeah, it's better to just like stock up, but it's quite a bit harder to get everything down consistently.
Yeah.
So the hypers, like every time you activate a hyper, it fills your chain meter, and killing enemies with a hyper gives you a lot more chain. So
yeah, and the timer itself is, I think, twice as long.
Yep.
Yeah, very nice. Even with hyper, it's tricky to maintain chain through there, so nicely done. Yeah, right here is where you'd normally see the super play style play would be activating 4 or 5 hypers, because it's a really great spot to sort of cash out.
This is where RNG becomes a huge thing in the stage.
Oh,
so these shells that drop, you want to hit at least like 2 of them with your laser to get damage off the mid boss. Oh, he's not even gonna bother.
Okay.
Not even gonna put any risk on it.
Yeah.
Can't blame him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so the position that those come down is randomized.
Yep. And then the railguns coming up, they spawn in a random place, move in a random direction.
The Zako are consistent though.
Yep. Completely predetermined. So you just have to like react to them and react to where the railguns are spawning, and then use the Zako to keep your chain going.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. That's not great. I'm not sure how that will impact routing. He's playing expert type, so the power down isn't too big of a deal, and he'll get a power up in a second anyway.
Yeah, I don't think it's really going to matter for him.
Yeah, I don't think it'll matter too much.
Because in the second loop, you lose everything anyway, so...
Yeah.
That's one of the, I want to say, benefits of white label. Like,
yeah.
The first loop is just like, it doesn't matter at all.
Do you think he's going to go for the hyper trick here?
Yeah, I think it does.
Okay. This pattern can be a little scary in white label.
Yep.
I do not like dodging it at all.
Scary in black label too.
Fair enough. Yeah, so on this phase, we'll know in a second, but he's probably going to try to go for the hyper setup here. Let's see. Yeah. So the drones that this boss emits, he's going to want to stall this phase until they come out, hopefully in a 3x3x3 sort of pattern. And then he's going to activate this one hyper and kind of sit on top of all of those drones for as long as he can. Here you go. So yeah, just like this, using the iframes and the aura from the laser, able to build up hypermeter very, very rapidly because you're lasering so many targets at once. And ideally...
Should get 5 meters by stage 5.
Exactly. Ideally, you get a full 5 hypers, spending just 1 initially. Let's see.
Maybe it doesn't have
not
5.
quite. Not quite.
I think he stopped lasering on purpose.
It did look that way, yeah. Oh! Okay. Okay. But, I mean, at least he has 5 hypers now coming into 1-5.
Yeah, that will just drop the rank, so maybe it'll be easier for him.
Yeah. Again, power down is a little bit of a concern, but probably not a huge deal. There are power-ups coming up. Oh, okay, kind of a variation on the strategy I usually see there. That looks a lot more consistent, actually. So hypering early in stage 5 sets up a huge initial chain, a large number of hits, and raises the GP value. And then ideally you maintain that through the rest of the stage and just kind of cash out. But there's a few very tricky links involved in doing that. Nice.
I actually don't know his
Oh,
never
okay.
mind. I was gonna say I don't know how he changed like his full chain for stage 5, but
Yeah, I
I'm not
was
see it this
gonna.
time.
Oh no. All right, well. Again, first loop does not really matter in white label, except for points, and this is a survival run, so still plenty of opportunity here.
Down to 1 life though, so it's gonna
Yeah,
starting to matter.
it's scary. It's scary, but yeah, there's still a lot of hope here. Yeah, the beehive section here, it looks like he's got a pretty nice survival setup for these cutbacks. Being really aggressive and taking out the bees early can be really nice if you're just playing for survival, because you don't have to worry about linking them up. I imagine he probably doesn't go for the afterburner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was a good hyper.
Yeah, I think that was
pretty tight.
reactive. Yeah. Very good. Oh! Oh no. Okay. Oh, this is scary now.
The last boss could be a bit of a problem too. At
Yeah.
lower rank.
That's what I'm worried about. Koryu at low rank is actually kind of terrifying. Well. Still a very good chance, though. Gonna use a hyper here to point blank the drones. Activated a little early. Okay, it worked out fine. Normally I see people activate it kind of right before the drones start shooting so that it cancels the bullets. Ah! Oh boy, okay. Well, that was very unexpected.
I'm not sure if he has restarts in this.
Yeah. Is there going to be reset time for that, Mark? All right. Well, seems like Mark might be MIA for a moment. But that was very interesting. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't think he can hear you. All right, I told him to keep going. Awesome. Here's the run back.
That was a warm up.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just rank control. Don't worry about it. We all know White Label has the famously difficult rank system, so it's just get it all out there.
Yeah, hyper and early at that mid boss, like if he's not careful, then the drones could like shoot a bullet and kill him.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that was what I was
that was a
worried
little
about.
dangerous.
Yeah, wait until he has 200 hits here before grabbing the first B, maximizing the amount of hypermeter you gain. Did he miss that other B or did he grab it? I just missed it.
I don't know. I didn't see.
Oh, okay. Hopefully he grabbed it. Did drop the chain, unfortunately.
So what are the conditions for going to the second loop? Is to get 3 perfect Bs. So I hope he grabbed it.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
A perfect B is just getting every B on the stage without dying, so.
Yeah, and that's by far the easiest condition to fulfill, especially in White Label.
That's the only one I know off the top of my head, to be honest.
I believe it's I believe it's 3 B perfect stages, 2 or fewer bombs, or I want to say 3 or fewer deaths. So there's a couple different ways to trigger it. But yeah, 3 B perfect stages is by far the easiest and most reliable way to do it. Oh, you got it. Okay, good.
Yep.
The times 2 will flash up when you get a B perfect, so that's good. You can see the difference that full chains make, though. So previous run was 29 million, and this run's only 9 million because of those couple chain breaks. Shouldn't impact routing very much because you're still going to be able to use the hyper here for the point blank strategy, and
Yeah,
should still be able to build out.
It's still at like the exact point that he wants it, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Just cost some points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I should still end up at like 2+2. Again, trying to stall out this a little bit and then kill these side pods as they're spinning around, so it drops 2 hypers instead of just 1. Come on. Yeah, there you go. And handling it much more safely this time at the end. Very nice. Yeah, so back when I first started playing White Label, like years and years ago, this was a very similar sort of hyper delay activation route that I was learning at the time, where you kind of wait until everything's down in that corner and then you activate, and that'll carry you through to this part. What's nice about that is that one of the hardest links in stage 2, in my opinion, is that link that between that first kind of big tank that comes out behind the building and then that second one on the other side of the screen. And that using a hyper there makes that pretty straightforward and easy to do.
Yeah. If you do it like the more optimal way, though, by hypering like as soon as the stage starts, then your hyper runs out like just before that big tank, I think. So
yeah,
that's actually a little hard to chain.
Yeah.
But it ends up being better that way because you'll have 5 hypers at the end.
Right, exactly.
Just a little optimization.
2, 1, power up carrier 2, and good RNG on the power up drop. So another thing that I've brought up in other streams before, but the orientation of that power up as it comes down is randomized, and if it comes down in such a way that you can't collect it while you're on top of the mid boss, then you actually have to dodge around and avoid the power up for a minute, because the amount of time it takes for your laser to reactivate will cause a chain drop if you're at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, if you're too far down, then picking up the power-up is going to break your chain. So you either have to dodge the power-up and dodge the bullets, or like get close to the boss and dodge the bullets and pick up the power up.
Yep.
So both of them have different drawbacks.
Nice work at the end here. Okay. Yeah, 87 million. Previously he was at 107, and he's 20 million behind on stage 1, so that all checks out. Very, very good stage 2 for his routes then. Hypering here on Byakko is an interesting thing to do. Some people find it much easier to dodge these patterns from Byakko in Hyper, and then also the much higher damage can make it a lot more consistent. Unfortunately, it did not quite pan out here.
Yeah, Hyper in there and White Label especially, they really jacks up the bullet speed, so
yes,
he's already pretty dangerous without that.
Yeah, so that's sort of the trade-off you make, right? Is you do a lot more damage and you clear out the stick bullets faster. And those stick bullets have a really weird hitbox in White Label, I find. Maybe it's just me, but they just feel really hard to dodge for some reason. So I always Hyper there just to get them out of the screen as fast as I can, but it does not always work out.
There's actually a trick to that boss in Black Label, at least. I don't remember. Well, I don't know if it actually works in White Label. I didn't learn about it until later, but if you don't hit the boss until after its turret starts spinning, it'll have lower health.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Some arcane cave programming.
Okay, that's awful.
I don't know if that works in White Label, though. But yeah, that's something I do in Black Label, at least.
That's very, very interesting. Okay, I had no idea. Wow. Yeah, and then using the bomb there, again, that final pattern does not have any slowdown in White Label. And so it's very easy to get in a situation that's just really, really messy. No shame at all in using a bomb there. Really using a bomb ever in White Label, honestly. This game's terrifying.
Yeah, in White Label, too, the max bomb bonus is worth relatively little. So even if you die, if you bomb, it's not going to cost you tons of points.
Ah, okay. I did
Black
not know
Label,
about that.
Yeah, in Black Label, the bomb bonus is massive.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, going for the same connection here again. Maintained it this time. Very nice. Those sort of laser links can be really tricky to handle.
Yeah, leaving that like medium-sized plane alive, it'll delay the kill on the tower a little further because your laser will hit it later.
Right.
And the Zako from the right side will come in later, and it's easier to chain that way.
But of course, you have to deal with the tower being alive for longer, which may or may not be a good thing. Ooh, safe spot, nice. Ah, just barely dropped it there.
Yeah,
well, he's +5 anyway, so.
You have to do like a little bit of a delay to keep that chain there.
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier. And there's the third B perfect. So he has qualified for the loop now. One death to Byakko so far, so all lined up right now. Ooh, okay. Yeah, nice. This boss can be a little scary. Yeah, nice. Okay. Now onto the final.
You get pretty good RNG though. Oh.
And there it goes. Nice.
It sucks when you get RNG where the red bullets just like completely push you over to the side immediately.
Yeah, yeah. The red bullets they're like doing their own thing. I think it's like 3 going in one direction, 3 sets going in one direction, and then 3 in the other direction.
It'll
And so,
shoot
like,
3 times to the right, 3 times to the left, 3 times to the right.
yeah, but which part it starts out at? Like, I think it can start in position 1, 2, or 3. And so if it starts out in such a way that it's constantly pushing you to one side, like you said, it can be really scary. Making this opening section look really clean is something that I always am impressed by with people who've routed the game, because it's really easy to get overwhelmed here if you're not very active in when you're killing these Zako. It can just flood the screen with crap.
This time he didn't use a hyper like immediately, you know,
Yeah,
at the start of the start. So I wonder if he has like a bunch of different hyper strategies.
Maybe.
I would
Although
figure
he
that,
activated it at the same time here, though.
Yeah, that's like a normal point to use it.
Yeah.
The other one is, I haven't really seen people doing that before, but he probably knew he wanted his hyper meter at a certain point, so.
Yeah, could be. Makes enough sense. Man, you can really see the rank picking up here, though. Nice. That was a little tight. And looping around, chain through. Nice. Okay. Chain through this time, maybe?
Alright, you got 3 targets.
Yeah,
so
okay.
Should be good.
Very nice.
Nice.
Very, very nice. Oh, okay.
Yep, the thing spawning and then moving far away from him immediately. Yep, that'll happen.
Yeah, it's just rude. The game just doesn't like you sometimes. Oh, okay. Nice, nice.
I would have just bombed there.
Yeah, I probably would have bombed there. That's really scary. Okay. Then is he going to go for these right away? Yeah, okay. Oh, that's the 4th beat perfect. So, yeah, very cool. Ah! Okay. Okay, using bombs now to get that extra hyper to drop.
Yep. So he won't be able to get 5 hypers, but he should get, I think, 4, just like a flat 4.
Sounds right. Ah. It never wants to come on the first go.
If you get the bad pattern there 5 times in a row, then you're just screwed. The boss will time out. Just FYI.
Yep.
And Black Label, you can still get 5 hypers that way, but I don't know if that'll work in White Label.
I don't think so.
It definitely wouldn't work here, but because he doesn't have enough meter.
Yeah. I think you can get like 3.5 or something. It's not bad. It's just not nearly as good.
The third one.
Well, here, 3rd rep. Oh God, come on. Come on, please. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Very nice. 2, 3. 4. 4.5. Very nice. Although they're going to drop here. Okay, yeah. And of course they dropped immediately because he was in the boss fight. And he had no bombs. If he had had bombs, they would have dropped at the start of stage 5.
It's better this way because then he doesn't have to kill any enemies at the start.
Yep.
You just like kite these helicopters a little. Oh, kill them anyway.
Probably for timing. Okay. So his route last time into, I think this first guy is Raiko. It was a little bit unconventional with how he was handling the Zako rush just after this part. I'm curious what he's planning to do here. Okay, Hyper. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, and then uncover the B. Nice. Very nice. That worked out really well, actually. Ooh. I just shouldn't speak sometimes. Oh, man.
You're still able to build his combo back up, so you'll get the maximum hyper gauge from each B.
Yeah, that's true. Assuming there's no other drops. But we'll see. This run seems to be going a lot better than the other one, so. Oh, and he's even going for the afterburner here. Nice! So this is that same trick we were talking about earlier with the bunker. Once it scrolls off the bottom edge of the screen, the hitbox of this large B sort of becomes invincible, but you can still get extra hits off of it.
Yep. Extra hits and the aura will build more hypermeter.
Oh, so. Right. That's really cool. It didn't even occur to me that you could get more hyper out of it, but yeah, that makes perfect sense. Ooh. Okay.
Normally he's just hyper there to like make sure he keeps his chain, but I don't think that was necessary.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think he would have maybe with a little tiny bit more of a delay, but I think he would have made it anyway. Regardless, it worked out fine. And yeah, you can really feel the rank here in the second half of 1.5 in White Label. Everything is very fast, and the walls that the little tanks shoot are so dense.
One little red bullet you almost ran into.
Nice. Okay, hypering immediately there. Interesting. Oh yeah, nice. Really aggressive point blanking there for more hits. Oh,
the hyper seemed a little bit late. I wonder if he's gonna be able to get the B before after the hyper ends.
Ooh, it's a good question.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. Okay, just barely.
Actually.
Yeah. Nice. Much better place to be in for Koryu.
Yeah, he's like basically guaranteed to get to the second loop now.
Mm-hmm.
So for people who don't know, as soon as the second loop starts, it takes away all of your lives. You have to earn them all back each stage. So in order to do that, you have to either no miss a stage or no bomb it. So you can die or you can bomb, but you can't do both. So that's mainly going to be a problem in every stage, period.
Yep.
Because in stage 2-1, like if you die, the game's just over. So that's not good.
Yeah, that's extremely scary.
In stage 2, the boss is like completely broken, so you basically have to bomb him. So you can't die there if you want to get that extra life. And in stage 3, the boss is probably going to kill you anyway.
Yeah, 2-3 bosses. A mood. Ooh! Oh, that was nice. Okay.
410 million, pretty good.
Yeah. A little interesting to see the bomb there, because that means that, I mean, I guess he has to no miss anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Might as well just dump all your bombs on him.
Does using the bombs in the first loop have any influence on rank for the second loop?
I think rank like resets completely on the second loop, so suicide and bomb just doesn't matter.
Got it. All right, well, here we go.
One thing to note though is the hyper that he has right now, if he uses it, it'll just do nothing. It'll just clear the bullets. That's a glitch in the game. In order for that hyper to be useful, he just has to pick up another one.
Yeah, I encountered that for the first time relatively recently. It was absolutely terrifying. Wait, what happened? Where'd the hyper go?
So, yeah, it's just all it does is clear the bullets for some reason. Vintage cave programming.
Hell yeah. So one advantage, if you can call it that, of reaching the second loop is that the chain timer becomes much more relaxed. I think it's twice as long as it is in the first loop. And so coupling that with the high shot power you have at this point because you're already powered up, and you can do things like chain that section right there without needing to use laser at all, which is really nice because it lets you control the screen space a lot better. Yeah, that was a little tight.
Yeah, basically, in the second loop, chaining is easy and survival is hard. And in the first loop, survival is easy and chaining is hard.
Mm-hmm. We probably want to see 4 hypers here.
I think he wants to get 5 hypers and just like melt the boss completely.
Okay. That'll work too.
That's what I saw him doing before. I don't know if he's going to be able to get 5.
Right now, he's on track for it. If he can get that last B... Oh, come on.
Ah! Yep.
Oh, no.
That's DaiOuJou white label.
That's white label. Oh, no. Man.
Any mistake in the second loop, they're just done.
Oh, man. Well. Wow. Well, that was a really cool run to watch. It was really nice to see a different take on the game. You know, I think recently we've all had the great pleasure of seeing a lot of very, very high level scoring white label strategy.
Hello, guys.
Oh, hey. Hey, how you feeling?
It's no more DaiOuJou every day.
Yep.
It's happening.
The whole entire room, we're all sitting around this. We have a projector.
Well,
we're all sitting around
really
watching
nice
it,
to see
and everyone like
a solid first loop after that. And your strategies are very interesting because they're different from what I'm used to seeing.
My one is like I really wanted to show on second loop stage 1, like with 5 hypers I can kill Suzaku with like 3 seconds. There's we call it Korean stats, but I died last. Oh my god.
Yeah, like the very last bullet.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I suck. Sorry. Sorry, everyone.
It is white label.
No, I mean,
Unforgiving Bastard is the name of the game.
Your route was really cool to see, and I was really looking forward to seeing the 5 hypers there. So, reaching 2-1 is absolutely not an easy thing to do in any stretch, and your scoring and execution in the first loop was mostly very solid. It was nice to see routes that were more focused on survival.
Yes.
So thank you very, very much, and I'm sorry that we did not get to see the boss in 2-1. That would have been really cool.
Yeah. You guys have to remember even who dies in 2-1.
That's
okay?
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who you suck. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much, HSM.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, my dude.
Thank you.
DaiOuJou.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thanks for commentary, Soft Drink and Iconoclast.
It's not an easy game to play live, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
One of the hardest of all time, no doubt.
Absolutely.
I think it's
Amazing
intentionally
work.
that way so Cave can get your money and get you off that cabinet. I think that's the idea.
Probably.
They're like, we don't want these super players sitting and double looping our games all day and taking all the time. So,
And they disable continues in the second loop. So
exactly.
Not even allowed to practice it.
Go home.
Yeah. Which is just nuts. All right. Well, thank you very much for having me on
Yes,
Com.
thanks for the commentary.
And
Yeah, thanks for
Iconoclast,
having
it was a pleasure to share the mic with you. So
Yeah,
I'm
great
glad
job,
you're
my
here
dudes.
to carry the load.
Alrighty, so up next we have the final run of the day. But there's a tomorrow, so don't forget about that. But the final run of today, Soldier Blade. This is gonna be really cool. Oh, you're zoomed in. Sorry, one sec. Okay. Alrighty, everyone. So we'll get that going. One moment.
Alerta, alerta, enemigo aproximándose.
So I'm here with Camarguess. Yeah, sorry, Mark, go ahead.
I was saying, the player went a little rogue, and he's playing. There's nothing we can do to stop him.
We're gonna jump in. So Soldier Blade. Yeah, I think he started a little early, and we weren't quite ready to go, but I think we're gonna rock. But if he does see this message, he may reset. Let's see. We good. I'm just gonna let him know we good. Keep going.
Yeah.
All right. So Camarguess here is in stage 2 of Soldier Blade. Soldier Blade, super cool game. You know, like the third game in the Soldier series, PC Engine. I think he's actually playing this on a PC Engine Mini, which I think is really cool. And like the funny thing about Soldier Blade, and I love it when Camarguess is actually commentating because he actually has quite a little bit of lore on the game. Do you know the story of this game, Mark? I can do a little bit of that.
Go ahead. I don't know the slightest bit of story.
Okay, I know we're in stage 2, but I'll try to catch us all the way up. All right, so this story takes place in the 21st century, i.e. today, which I think is hilarious. The resources on Earth got so messed up that they basically sent a small colony of 5,000 people out into space to find more resources, actually. So very relevant to modern day issues. But apparently, after like 3 years, the 5,000 initial people never came back, and they were like, well, what the fuck? What's going on? And then like 3 years later, they came back, but they were warped by an alien race known as the Zeograd. That's like the ZG symbols you find in the game. And there was this dude named John Howard who was like a conspiracy theorist. He was like, oh yeah, man, they got fucked up by aliens, man. I'm telling you, man, we gotta fight the alien. And everyone was like, you're an idiot, whatever. But then when they came back and the aliens were here, they were like, well, fuck, get John Howard on the phone, and they got him on the phone. And he built this craft called the Soldier Blade.
Nice.
It's the F92.
Shout out to John Howard.
Yeah,
he went through a lot.
That's right. John Howard, he died for our sins. No, I'm not sure he's dead. But yeah, he built this aircraft, and so you can see the player ship here. There's only one in this game, but it's a really cool ship with some really neat mechanics. The green little option that follows you around, that's only there if you have at least one of these little like weapon power-ups, which I'll talk about in a second. And I actually think he has a cool name, which is the gun body, but Camarguess likes to call him the gun buddy, which I think is hilarious. Have you played this game, Mark?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Because
did you clear it?
No, I did not. I played it for a few minutes, and then I was like, okay, I see why it's cool. And that was that.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Actually, it's like for a PC Engine game, there's a lot of bullets and there's like zero slowdown in this game.
Yeah.
You'll see some parts where like a ton of bullets. And Camarguess is actually playing on hard mode, and he keeps his speed. So there's 2 speeds in the game. He keeps it on high, which I think is kind of like it's kind of jittery at times. So there he's using a bomb. So the way it works is when you use a bomb, you lose one of your canisters at the bottom right, and then you can kind of pick up another one, but you can only have 3. So let's see. So the way it works is you can stack power up. So he's on red right now, but you have to stack them up. As soon as you stack them up, so if you're on red, you pick up red, you go up a level, so on and so forth.
Oh,
if you're max level, which he is right now, you can take up to 2 hits, but you'll be powered down when you get hit. Typical kind of compile type stuff, Aleste type stuff.
So that's what I'd say. This is very similar to like Aleste in the way it works, right?
Yeah, it's got an Aleste kind of vibe. There's no power chips or anything, though, so you power up really quick and you just keep your power,
Oh, nice.
You're not really worried about, it's just, I think it's 4 or 5 that you got to pick up. Maybe it might even be 3, but once you're powered up like this, you're just fully powered up and you're good to go. And then since he's on red and he's fully powered up, if he catches another red, it'll clear the screen. So you get basically a free bomb if he sees another red power up come up and he's stacked like that with all reds. And then once you're max power, you can freely switch between the 3 weapons, which there are. There's green, which is the wave shot. There's blue, which is a big, thick laser with 2 small, wide lasers. And then there's the red. And they all have different types of bombs, actually. So that's stage 2 complete.
Is any of them clearly better than the rest of them? Is there like one that's just way better?
I think this is the most well-balanced shot, the red shot. The green shot's okay. I've seen places where the green shot can really be useful. Like, he's using it really good here. But, I mean, if you're really good with the red shot, I would say it's probably the most balanced. But the blue shot, this shot right here, you just switched to, this has the most power.
Ah, okay. So it's kind of like on bosses, you want to be rolling with blue. I'm assuming.
You want to be rolling with blue. There is kind of a trick you can do, though. So the blue bomb is like a very thick laser. The green bomb is like almost like a homing shot that goes around the screen. When you're doing the laser, the blue laser or the green bomb, you don't get to fire your ship like it takes over your shot, right? But when you use the red bomb, you get to use your fire, like your X shot, on top of the bomb, which homes in and gives you full invulnerability. So you can actually sit on top of bosses, and point blank them with all 6 of your shots with the red shot. So it makes the bomb really good if you can do it.
That red's sounding pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's good. And it covers your ass, too, which is kind of nice sometimes. See, right there, he had green, and he picked up another green. Instant screen clear, which is really nice.
Oh, nice.
The music in this game is incredible to me.
It's rocking, yeah. This is Shmup Donkey's favorite shmup, right? Pretty sure.
I don't know. Yeah, but he might have said that.
He said it on the record. Shmup Donkey, if you're in the chat.
Was that in your interview?
He said it somewhere, yeah.
We have it on good authority.
Yeah. And if it isn't, it is now.
Actually kind of interesting too, because we said so. Yeah, it's so good. I mean, honestly, everyone should play this game. It's not particularly difficult. It's actually quite okay on normal. It can even be a beginner shmup on normal in a way. If you're new to the genre, I mean, it's gonna challenge your memo a little bit. Those green rocks right there are so hard to see, but you know, you'll die the first few. Oh, dude, look at this strat. Clean
That's
tap
nice.
dodging there. He obviously knows this level.
Right,
you know? Like, I would
It's
get
all
hit by
rhythm
that.
right there.
Yeah, I mentally got hit by that right there 3 times. Maybe 4. And actually, the tanks that spawn, those tanks, there they are, can be, like, if you don't know they're going to spawn there and you let them come down the screen, it's a DPS nightmare. But what I was going to say was, you know, it's a very reasonable game, but also, like, none of the weapons are bad, though, Mark. That's the thing. There's not, like, a Toa plan, oh, avoid green shot because it's complete ass.
Nice. I appreciate that, Compile.
Yeah, not Compile, Hudson Soft. This is a Hudson Soft
I
game.
thought this was a Compile game, see?
No. So the full Soldier series, so that would be Star Soldier, Super Star Soldier, Final Soldier, hilariously named because this came after it as Soldier Blade. They're all Hudson Soft games, and that's the company basically that was like almost call them like the in-house developer for the PC Engine, right?
Right, yeah. They were cranking them out.
They were cranking them out, but the quality of this game is immense to me. Like the sprite quality, just like no slowdown at all. I mean, think about it. The NES was out, like the Famicom was out, and then this was out at the same time.
So this isn't a CD game; it's a cartridge game.
Soldier Blade is a hue card. Yeah. Soldier Blade's a hue
Nice.
card. Now check this out. On this boss, okay, you see the weird green lines?
Yeah.
Those actually push your ship. Yeah, you see that? There's physics there.
Okay.
Yeah, which at first you're like, you don't know that's gonna happen, and it pushes you into a laser, and you're like, fuck. Let's see, is Star Parodia part of the series as well? Yeah, absolutely Star Parodia is part of the series. And it's also another, like, interesting beginner Shmup, although there's a very funny video where I play a Star Parodia for the first time, and it takes me 90 minutes to get through it because I go into reset hell, but I actually 1cc'd my first try. But everyone kind of points to that video as, this is a terrible beginner Shmup, because I'm just complaining the whole time.
Right.
So Star Parodia, you know, it's part of the series. It's kind of like honorary. So that's a cool boss. So this is like, so okay, we didn't see stage 1. That was in space. Stage 2, you're kind of like back on Earth, you know, sort of like in the Earth atmosphere. And now you're in Operation 3 and 4. You're kind of like going through this planet and clearing it of aliens. That's kind of the supposed lore here. So I love stuff like this, Mark, where you see ships in the background and like sprite stealing from the.
That's
see
great
that
design.
it launched 2 ships and then 2 more ships. I love that kind of shit. Like it gives the player a little bit of like, okay, 2 ships are coming, you know?
Yes. Zero Ranger does that in stage 3 in the beginning.
Yeah, and even these little orange guys, they're
Yeah.
kind of like jumping in and out of the background. I love stuff like that. I wish Shmups did more, you know, just not did more, but just used more of the perspective.
Absolutely. It's also really nice for game design because it gives your player a little bit of a warning of what's coming, but you can't stop it. You know, you have to just press.
Yeah. That's right. They're still invulnerable now. Yeah, like I see those little carriers shooting like multiple, not shooting, but launching these 3 ships out of their hangar bays and stuff, and it gives you some cool lore. All right, back to Red Shot. So far he's doing really good. I mean, as far as the run is going, like I've seen some, you know, some potential. Oh, that was a very, very close laser.
I'm seeing
some
a
potential
ship,
issues.
And is that 16? Does he have 16 extends?
No, just 6. Just 6.
Okay, 6. Okay.
Yeah, you'll hear a sound, but yeah, he's only got 6.
I was about to say.
And the funny thing is, the extends, like, they're kind of useful, but once you're low power, you're low power,
You're just
right?
done.
I mean,
Yeah, you're just cooked. Yeah.
Yeah, you could be
Musha's
cooked
like
a
that
little
too.
bit. You don't have bombs.
Musha, you can have a
Musha?
billion extends. You get to that last
Oh my
stage and
God.
die on those pirate ships, you're just done.
Yes. You know, when I was watching, who was it? Who was it playing Garega? Now I'm going blank on who it
Dubs.
was.
No, Doc Viper. It's
yes,
Doc Viper.
Doc Viper. I was thinking about the homing shot and how I was like, well, 1990, Musha did the homing shot. Was that pre-Garega? I'm pretty sure it was, right?
Yeah, but interesting
with that homing
connection.
option?
Musha kind of is a little bit of a older brother to Garega because the developers on Musha, some of them ended up going to Rising, and so you can see a little bit of DNA of Rising in Musha.
Yeah.
So it might have been the same dude.
point.
Same dude's like, hey, remember that
was the guy.
badass homing thing I did in Musha? Let's bring it back.
Okay, see right here, he's using the A bomb. He probably used it a little too early, probably a little bit of nerves. Probably would have used it a little bit later, but this boss can be kind of annoying, so I think he's probably going to try to bomb him to death. Yeah, he's just
beautiful.
bombing. Yeah, he's like, fuck it. You see those memo fists and shit? Like,
yeah.
Oh, man. So the funny thing is you can actually break this boss's parts if you want to, but you can also just kill the middle.
Is that a scoring strat to break the parts?
So I think scoring in this game, like high scoring, is really about milking. But I think you
okay.
do get some extra. I think you do get a little bit of extra for breaking parts. I don't think it's like monumental.
Oh, yeah.
At least not in the grand scheme of things. This guy, by the way, you'll see him a ton of times. Like, he's in stage 1, he's in this stage. I'm going to keep pointing him out because he's like the main antagonist of the game. He
right.
Oh, should have just dropped my fight stick on the floor. He just, sorry about that noise. He just kind of like reappears constantly. So I love this kind of parallax scaling too. I think is really neat. Oh, that dude's name's Duos, by the way. The fucking big purple robot guy, the big Gundam. Yeah,
Is that a German name? Because Shmups and they're German. They love that. They love it.
You got that German DNA. It's true.
Well, in Shmups, they love giving stuff German names in Shmups. It's like a thing.
It's true. Yeah, I guess it is. Every Shmup pre-Ikaruga was German and post-Ikaruga was Buddhist, right? That's the.
Does
the lines
Ikaruga have German in it? I wouldn't be surprised if it did. I wouldn't be surprised.
See right there, the ZG? That's the Zeograd army. That's who you're fighting in the game.
Oh, nice.
And this little, like, orange device is supposed to be some kind of weird warp drive that you don't know what it is, but when you kind of get to this point, it just kind of warps you to a boss fight, basically. Yeah, actually, like, Duos, that's the stage name for the main antagonist, but I just call him Jamers.
Nice.
It's just James. Jamers. You're fighting Jamers. So this is this is the Flame Queen, and she's fucking annoying the first time you fight her because you see how she's following him.
Yeah.
She will actually keep going down.
Oh shit.
until she hits you. Yeah, classic. So you see how he's like going like extreme top
upward. Yeah.
It's because he doesn't want to deal with that. She will actually pinch you to the bottom, like no issues. Yeah, Jamers will return, guys. Don't worry. Just don't worry. He's gonna be back, and Camarguess is gonna find him. Dude, his run is fantastic right now. He is killing it.
Has he died?
I don't think so. I didn't see any.
Either.
Oh, this whip attack is kind of cool, by the way. It's very like proto bullet hell style.
Yes, it is.
Kind of like half Toa, half I love how the gun buddy was just like eating.
Yeah.
It was like eating up her neck.
Pac-Man style.
It's really cool. All right, so we're doing amazing on the run. We're now jumping in. Got 7 extends. The only problem is he has no bomb. So notice his option went away, Mark. His gun buddy option. So now he can't block bullets with his cheap ass strat. So he's gonna have to pick up some more. There he goes. He's got it back. Okay. So as soon as you pick up one, you get it back. Yeah. Oh, he took a hit there. So now he's back down to, I think, power 3. He's bombing. He's going to probably try to find another blue. Because it's going to, it'll warp to blue. So he's probably going to look for another blue so he can stack power-ups and get back up to full power.
So how do the hits work in this game? Do you get, like... Do you lose
Two
a power-up and then you
power.
die? Or how does that work?
Yeah, basically. So it's like, it's 3 total hits. So right now he can take 3. If he takes 3 hits, he'll die.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty lenient, but the problem is once you die, then after that it's just 1 hit because you have to power back up for it to be 3 hits, right?
Yeah.
And you have no power on top of that, so it's
that
that
funny
kind of
game
effect.
design because they're like, yeah, this game has Gradius syndrome, but what if you gave 3 hits on the first life? You know what I mean? It's like a weird way to get around Gradius system.
It's kind of and the other way to get around it is the compile method, which is just send power-ups constantly throughout the run.
That's what I was saying. You're like, okay, we can give you power-ups, or you get 3 hits.
That speed section right there will also get you if you don't know it's coming. He bombed there. I bombed there. I've tried to route it without bombing, and it's like, it's just not worth it.
Right.
Like with all those thick ships. Oh, he got hit again right there. He got point blanked by that ship. That's no good. So now he's gonna try to go for green. Yeah, there he goes. Now he's powered back up. He might switch to blue. Yup.
Oh, damn. The damage.
Ooh. Yeah, the blue damage is awesome, dude. Also, just a good-looking laser.
It is. Looks fantastic.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a
maybe
nice
late
fat
at
laser.
night, you know, you're playing that on a CRT, might burn your eyes out, but it does look awesome.
Yeah, totally. Maybe. I don't know. You know,
flashing?
I've never seen this particular game on a CRT. I'm kind of salty now that you said
yeah,
that.
Now you gotta try it.
Dude, I have a buddy with a CRT. I don't personally have one, so I gotta go to his house and then play it on Mister or something. I don't think he has a PC Engine.
Yeah, you can do it that way.
There you go. So these, oh, he got hit right there, I think. Yeah, like those enemies appear and immediately shoot very fast bullets, and then these enemies shoot very slow bullets. So it's like, again, it's got this really weird, like, proto bullet hell where you have a huge screen of slow bullets and then potentially total plan fast bullets coming at you, like, right after.
That's always a cool mix, I think.
I think so, too. You want both if you want to kind of make something... Oh, okay, so this carrier, like, whatever you want to call it, battleship stage, can get really nasty. Now, watch what happens to these guys on the side. Like, oh, okay, he's doing a pretty good job at killing everything, but if you don't know what to kill there, you can get these little side shots. Yeah, there they go, man. There they go.
Nice.
Hopefully he sets up his gun buddy in a nice way, but they will crunch you. They'll crunch your ass.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, nice. He knew about it. I mean, you'd think a giant bullet barrel, like a giant gun barrel, is staring you in the face. You would think to move out the way, but at the same time, like, you know, look at the
You're
look
like,
at the speed of
maybe
these
that's
things.
the weak spot. Maybe that's where I shoot it. And then you get shot in the face.
It's the exhaust port.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Oh, nice. See, there's using the gun buddy really well just to swallow up all the bullets. I mean, it's, you have to. You can't just honest dodge everything. One of those big carriers in the speed section just shows up, say hi.
It's a little bit disembodied. Yeah, it's just kind of showing up out of the sides of the screen.
Eh. The other ZG there, so this is the Zeograd battleship, as far as lore is concerned.
I'm still waiting for James.
Oh, it's Ito lasers. ZG, Zero Ranger reference? I don't know. You tell me.
From the past.
Yeah, that's right.
It's destined.
Exactly. Zero Ranger prophecy. Yo, look at all the barrels on this guy.
Yeah.
So you'll see what's going to happen here in a second. So if you don't know how to handle this section, you will just die, and you'll see hopefully. Yeah, you see that?
Oh damn. Yeah, that's mean.
It's extremely cheap. Dude, he is crushing this. I've actually never seen him crush this. In fact, yesterday I talked to him. He said he was very nervous and that he hadn't played this game in a while because he's been grinding R-Type, which is a very different game.
Maybe, though, the R-Type gave him, like, a power boost.
Maybe.
Yeah.
R-Type is a nasty game, so you're probably right. He's probably happy to have firepower and shit.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, micro and Soldier Blade. Don't do it. Don't do it at home, folks.
That hitbox is pretty chunky, right?
It's chunky, yeah. I mean, it's not, to be honest, it's not R-Type big, so it is somewhat lenient. Like, you'll see, this ship in particular is a very big micro dodging boss, and you'll see why in a second. So you got these straight lasers, right? Again, very proto bullet hell. Look at all the tiny bullets, though, dude. Yo, sick micro.
It reminds me
nice
a little
dodging
bit of
the
Judgment
mines.
Silver Sword, if you ever played that. A little bit.
Yeah, the M.Knight games? Yeah, a little bit, for sure. I mean, this game is crunchy, it's got that crunchy feedback when you're like hitting stuff and you're getting through things. Nice big thick layer. Dude, the dodging. Yeah. Yo, he is crushing it.
You can see how fast his ship speed is too. That is not easy. You can see how one movement is moving him so far.
Dude, I told you it's really jerky and I play on low. I move it to high on the last boss and a couple other. Oh, he did get hit right there. I'm surprised. I am very curious here why he doesn't bomb, because I would. Like, I would bomb as soon as that dude's vulnerable. Like, right there. Just do it.
Is there something
like,
in the next stage that
needs
to be bombed a lot early on?
Let me think. The next stage is we're getting close to the end. I don't think so. I think you get power-ups at the very beginning of the next stage. Yeah, I wonder why, whatever. He got through it. He has 9 extends. What am I complaining about right now? It gets in the carrier and then launches him away. John Howard ship fights
Yes.
again.
Get the nitro in there for the last stage.
Yeah, he's got the big hang glider. Flying through space. It is a long game, but it's fun. Oh, and also listen to this soundtrack,
Yeah, it's
dude.
going. That's some chiptune goodness.
Dude, listen to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the base. So you see similar, like, you know, AI, not AI, but like friendly ships. Oh, dude. Whoa. I like the use of green there, because look how long it lasted. Oh, that was genius. Or sorry, was that red? That was red. I think it was green to red.
There, now he's green.
Still really nice. Yeah. Oh, now he's dodging. Oh, nope, forget it. I'm bombing.
That is a good bomb, isn't it?
Oh my god, dude. They're all good bombs, you know, that's the thing. Like, look, see, there's blue bomb. That's why I like this game, you know? It's like, you're not so stressed out about routing perfect. Actually, to be fair, at the very end, I have a very specific route for the final boss, but other than that, I mean, you just
can
use
make
what
it
you
work.
got.
You can make it work.
Yeah.
That's
Damn, there's a lot of bullets. Ooh, that was close. I think he did get hit. Ooh. Okay, I think that, yeah, that got him full, because he was technically red there, and he picked up red. Okay, this boss is one of the coolest fucking bosses in the game. Now,
Oh,
well,
damn.
all right, let's see. Yeah, this is a super route heavy boss.
Yeah, no kidding.
See, it's again, it's like what if Toho only had 10 bullets and not 4,000? The principle is the same.
Right, yeah.
Like, if you don't know how to, you know, he's misdirecting, right? If you try to like run around the screen like an amateur on this boss fight, the screen will look like a mess. Like, check this pattern out.
Right.
Look at this.
Oh, we gotta fly in little circles.
Yeah, man, we got like a mini cat's eye pattern. Oh, he's bombing. Yeah, he's fucking had it with this guy.
Like, yeah, that's enough.
He's fucking had it with this dude,
It's
man.
like, I've got 9 extends, and I'm planning to keep them.
Yeah, he wants them. He's keeping them. He's at the very end. Oh, I love opening bay doors when you're the more ZG logos too. Is pretty sick. All right. There's also, I have a huge pet peeve with certain shmups, which is, I mean, I'll just say certain old games. I don't appreciate recycled boss rush. Do you like that, Mark? Because I'm not a big fan of like let's bring the old friends together for one more rodeo kind of thing.
I like.
What do you think of that?
I like it if they're kind of little bite-sized snacks. Like, I don't want a full-on rush, but if they're like a little snack,
right?
I can dig that. Like DaiOuJou has that, where they're like these little, just little like, hey, you remember this boss, but they're not like full-on. Yeah, like I don't like full-on boss rush like Rising does at the end. It's like, oh my god.
Right.
Yeah, but like I like how Cave does it, where they're just little bite-sized snacks, just to remind you.
Yep. So I want to show you how this game handles a mid boss. Now, so you guys didn't get to see that boss. That's the stage 1 boss, but those are the arms of the stage 1 boss, and those are the patterns of the stage 1 boss. So this mini boss, basically, what it does is it's like in the factory of the enemy, basically, and so it's picking up parts off the factory floor of whatever their other designs are, and it just uses them against you. So it's basically like a boss rush, but it's kind of a twist on it, you know?
Yeah. That's clever.
It's really interesting, yeah. Look at a clean save spot right there.
yeah.
So then that's like, you know, stage 1 boss. I think this is the Flame Queen, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah. So
Maybe this is the missile boss.
Missiles.
Yes, you were right. Correct. This is the missile boss with the nice gap in that little Taito pattern. Nice, another extend, and yet he's at 9. So I don't know if the game actually gives you 10, because I've never been past 9 before.
Let's watch. If he dies, if it stays 9, then we know.
All right, we'll pay attention. He hasn't died yet. This might be a no-miss hard mode run of this game, which I've never seen from him anyway.
That would be real impressive.
So see, he's picking up more arms off the conveyor belts.
Now comes the flames.
Off the factory floor. I think you nailed it.
Yes, there they are.
Yep.
He's not willing to
But
go down.
unfortunately-
He's not willing to commit.
Exactly. He doesn't have the body. That's the problem. He only has the arms.
That's right.
Oh, look at this, using the option now for full damage.
Nerd
Trying to
reference,
lock
but
up
it's
the
like in
option.
Dragon Ball Z when Captain Ginyu takes over Goku, but he doesn't know how to use his body. You know, he's not that strong. It's like that.
This is like basically an enemy forklift. Oh, look at throwing parts of the level at him. Look at that. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He's probably going to kill him before he does it again. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. He actually throws parts of the left and right side of the level, and they actually come off the level. Like, it's like the sprite creates a gap in the level.
That's
Oh, by the way, these parts can hit you. FYI.
I'm feeling a final boss coming up here.
We're close.
Uh-oh.
Let's just put it that way.
Is this one of those shmups where it has like 8 final bosses all smashed together at the end?
Kinda. It's got. Let me put it this way. It has a final boss sequence.
Yes.
Oh, nice bomb. Very clean. Very clean. Oh my god, lots of bullets. Ooh. Like the BFB, like the bullets from the enemies that come from the back are just, they float across the screen so slowly that they make me nervous. Oh, nice bomb. That was a memo bomb, dude. There's no way you would have reacted to that. I don't believe it. Got the green poison shots from that. And the other thing I like about this, Mark, is that I feel like there's like new Zako coming in at the end of stage 2. Like sprite designs you haven't seen or don't remember.
Yeah.
At least I don't remember in like early stages, which I just love about some of these old PC Engine games. They just keep hitting you with content.
Yeah, no, it is a bummer when you get to the last stage and you're like, oh, it's just red versions of all the old sprites.
It's like, I know this guy.
Yeah.
These are the Zako from stage 1. Yeah. This game doesn't do that so much. It tries to keep you on your toes. All right. Okay, we are not at the final boss yet. We are at the first wall. This is the first wall for everyone in this entire game because usually you only have a few extents here. This dude is affectionately known as Egghead. And yeah, he's a pain in the ass. Camarguess knows how to fight him though. But this first pattern can actually, again, like fuck with you the first time you see it because you're like, whoa, wait a minute, what's happening? Why are those bullets drifting?
You basically gotta have your little buddy there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you see how he's using them to wipe out like most of the initial part of the pattern. And then Egghead decides he wants to get a suit. So he leaves, and these are the arms of the suit. They have Taito lasers. Oh my god. Ooh, he got hit. You should have bombed, man. Come on, just bomb. Don't fucking play around. Oh, okay, one arm's down. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Because it usually takes me... Well, you'll see what's going to happen in a second. So when those pink balls hit you, you warp into this zone.
Weird.
Now...
Is that a
when you
punishment
warp
or
into
is
this
that
zone...
meant to be?
What's that?
Is that for a missed dodge or is that just meant to be? Like, you forced in there?
You're kind of forced in there. And what happens in there is he got a pretty good variation of it where you can power back up, basically. But there's also a variation of that warp where you get assaulted. Let's say. Oh, this is a safe spot, by the way. This is the cheesiest of the cheese, man.
Yes.
I never knew about this spot, but it's so sick. You just sit there, dude. And then he memos you, by the way. Did you see that? He knew that he was going to do that. Whew. Oh my god, dude.
They're helpless. They can't do it.
Gotta get the gun buddy in front of you. There you go. That was a really clean Egghead fight,
Yes, it
honestly.
was.
That I've never seen.
I don't think
this.
we've
This,
seen
by
a
the way,
death
also
yet.
scares you. Yeah, he hasn't died yet. This is a no miss, right? So far, I think so.
I think so. Unless he died in stage 1, wouldn't that be embarrassing?
Dude, I gotta check the VOD. I don't think he would have, but that would be amazing. Like if he had like 2 misses in stage 1, it'd be like, no, it wasn't a no miss, man. Oh, that's scripted, by the way, but it always scares you. This whole sequence, this whole chase sequence is scripted, but when you're playing, you're like, no. Fuck. Dude, these are the ships from Judgment Silversword. I swear to you, now that you said that, that's the ship, isn't it?
Copyright infringement. Hudson
fuck.
get in there.
Hudsoft just copied another game. No.
Be the other way around.
Yeah, this is the cool ending sequence where all your buddies get murdered.
They didn't even try, though. Do you feel that bad for him? They didn't even try to dodge.
Oh, man. Mark, if we were in those ships...
We would have dodged that shit. Barrel roll.
Dodge that
right
shit.
off.
All right. These are the mirrors. So the lasers come out, they hit a mirror. If the mirror's there, they bounce it back. If the mirror's not there, the laser keeps going. So you can't hurt the boss this entire time in this part. You can only hurt him in the next phase, and this is where I bomb and sit on top of him.
Nice.
Dude, I don't know why he's not doing it. I told him to do it. It's like so much. It's like, yeah, he had a safe spot, but his DPS was low because the back shots coming out of his ship are just hitting air, right?
Oh boy.
This is getting sketchy.
Yeah,
he's bombing because So he's lowest power right now. If he gets hit again, he will probably die. I believe he's the lowest power. He only has 2 bombs left, so he's trying to save him for whatever reason. Dude, he's fucking. See, he's not doing enough damage in the other phase, so he's having to do the mirrors 3 times, which you don't want to do.
Die because that would ruin his no miss run.
True. So right now he's just showing off, as far as I'm concerned. This is unnecessary. Unnecessary roughness. That's a first down.
There you go. So.
All right, Jamers. Oh, Jamers left again. What the hell, Jamers?
Okay, now he's got to power back up, I think.
It would be important to power back up here, actually. Yes. So this boss, when you first fight him, is like kind of annoying, but now that when you know what to do, which is literally just focus on the middle, it's not so bad.
Right.
Oh, he got hit again. Oh, he's gonna bomb. He's gonna panic bomb. Oh my God, come on, dude. No miss. Let's go. Come on.
He's got one more. The tank.
Ugh. Some chill dodging there. Oh God, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah, he just bombed. He bombed because he probably knew that these power-ups were coming up.
There they are.
You wanted red. I would have gotten red there. I would have gone green, 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 then red, blue. All right, this is Jamer's final stand. Here comes Jamers with this. Also, this is a funny boss fight. I love this boss fight because this boss fight, Mark, is all about audio cues. And also, if you don't have high speed on this boss fight, you're just done. But just listen to this guy. I'm gonna shut up. Everyone, turn your speakers up. I'll kill you. That's what he says.
He's saying something. Those voice samples are so great.
You can react to the voices faster than you can to his movements, so as soon as you hear it, you move.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. That shot will hit you no matter what, like if you don't move immediately and run far away.
Nice, there you go.
Oh shit. Dude. He's taking revenge. At past the shmup, he didn't get the fucking clear, and now he's gonna no miss it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That was a fast bullet. Dude, just bomb! What are you doing? Oh man. He make me nervous, man.
Yeah. Maybe he wants to save the bombs for the final. Or the final to the final, or however many bosses we have left.
Oh no, this is it, my friend.
Jamers is the final boss?
Jamers is the final boss.
Oh, bomb.
He's throughout the game. And he's gonna die! He's just gonna point blank! Dude, leave! Oh my God, he knew exactly how long that lasted.
That was impressive.
Holy shit. No way.
That was awesome.
Wow, that was
Great way
actually
to
really
end
sick.
The run, end the day.
And this is the music for Shmup Slam Day 1. Broken ships, shattered dreams, couple 1cc's.
Can you hear the crowd clapping?
Yeah, I can hear him. Zeograd, 2092, guys. It's in 70 years-ish.
Aliens are coming 70 years from now.
Yep, we gotta get John.
What was his
Howard
name? A man. It's like Terminator. A man, John Howard, shall be born.
It's John Howard, yeah. Duos, quotes in quotes, Jamers.
Yes. And Jamers in this timeline will build the machine.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be the bad guy. Come on. Are you kidding me? No, he's gotta be. Jamers comes back after being cryogenically frozen for 70 years.
Yes.
As a
and
purple robot.
Pilots it. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
What happened is, in the future, they go through like YouTube videos searching for shmup players because they realize shmup players in the past are the only people who have the reflexes and ability to fly these ships. So they go through these YouTube videos. They find his channel. They're like, he is the chosen one. They come.
This is the guy.
They freeze him, and then 70 years from now, he does their bidding.
He comes up. He's like, I could dodge anything. You name it. As long as you can tell me exactly where it's coming from, and I can practice about 47 times before I try, but I can dodge anything.
As long as it's two-dimensional.
Well, thanks. Yeah, well, you know. I mean, you're saying Jamers doesn't play Space Harrier? What are you saying? What are you trying to tell me?
Yeah, I take it back.
What are you doing?
I dare not. He's probably
What
like
about Eschatos?
Yeah, he's doing like triple expert clears and Star Fox and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. What about Eschatos? That's three-dimensional.
That's true.
It's a 3D game. I got hit underneath my ship in Eschatos, guys. It's 3D.
Totally 3D.
It happens. Okay. The perspective in this
All
game
right.
is
Is
real.
Is Camarguess? Is he gonna come on?
I hope so. I'm gonna try to grab him for a
thanks
interview.
so much, Mike, for the donation. Really appreciate that. You think
See
this
if you- so
backdrop
see if you
is
can join.
cheap? You think this cloth backdrop is cheap? There are expenses.
People
to
are
be
talking
paid.
shit about the. Hey man,
No,
listen,
look,
you can
look.
pay for the venue.
Wait, hold on. Look, I have something.
Bring it in. Show the folks, show the people at home, show all the viewers. The end of day one. What do we have? What's coming around the corner? What are we gonna see? What can we possibly expect? Oh, what? Wait a minute. It's still the great back. Mark's got. Holy shit! It's Shmup Slam 5, the art. Dude, that is massive. Dude, how'd you get that printed? That is huge. That is so sick. Check that out. Look at that. Hey Mark, I'm bringing Camarguess in. Or what? How'd you do it with a giant printer for real?
Yes, I know someone with a giant.
We can hear you.
Someone who does like architect printing or whatever, and they
Hold on,
printed
wait.
that for me.
He's on Twitch, interestingly enough.
Get off of Twitch. Get in Discord.
Yeah. Get off Twitch. Get into Discord. Like typing into him on Twitch. We can because he won't be able to hear us, obviously.
Yeah, he needs to get on Discord.
He needs to hear us. And we'll wrap up day one. Mark, it's been a pleasure. It's been a crazy day. So much stuff going on today.
kidding.
So many great runs. Holy shit.
Yeah, great job on the commentary. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
I think you're
hope the crowd
becoming.
had
I think
a
you're
good fun.
swiftly becoming a
Get off
fan
Twitch,
favorite
bitch.
on commentary.
Oh, me?
Yes. Chat. Put type Acane in the chat if he's swiftly becoming a crowd favorite. Akatane.
We can hear him on Twitch, but it's like no, come on Discord, buddy. I'm trying to get him.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, thanks, guys. Why are you guys so nice to me? Appreciate it. People are so nice. Oh, I think we got an echo going on, by the way, Mark. Or maybe not. Or maybe I'm just me.
It's the hold on.
Oh my
It's
gosh!
the
Look
PA
at all these
system.
people! Look at all this love! Thank you. Oh, I'll tell him what to do. Hold on. Go into Shmup Slam server and click on commentary. Here, But geez, chat, look at the love in chat. Mark, what have you done? Look, you're gonna make me I'm gonna perspire with overwhelming joy.
That poster will be up tomorrow. I tried to tape it
in the back wall. You're gonna pin it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna pin it up. I tried
There
to
you
tape
are.
it and it kept falling down.
You're muted though. Unmute yourself and you're good, Camarguess. You should be able to hear us.
Yeah, unmute yourself. Explain yourself.
Oh, it might be because he's on. Get off Twitch. I'll tell him again. Get off Twitch.
I muted it so we won't get an echo on Twitch.
No, I know, but I think his Twitch is using his mic. Like OBS is using his mic.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
Because I can hear him. I'm sorry if you guys can hear an echo, by the way, but hopefully you can't.
People
No, you know what?
People want me to show the venue. Okay,
Yeah, show them the venue, man. That's okay. We'll get
Camarguess
Camarguess in here at the same time.
There's VIP people here. They may not want to be shown, so I'll have to check. Hold on.
Very important persons.
Yes.
VIJs, very important Jamers.
I keep Jamers, so when I need to play tomorrow, he's gonna ghost pilot my ship for me.
Oh, dude, that's Mark, we were talking about having like an eBay service. Hey, there you are, Camarguess. How's it going? You can. We can hear you.
I'll check with the crowd.
Sorry, I'm still new to this whole PC gaming stuff.
It's okay, man. You fucking no missed. That was hard mode, right?
Yeah, it was hard mode. Yep. All suicide modes.
No missed. Have you ever no missed hard before?
No. This is the first time I've no missed. Yeah.
What? Bro, come on. Dude, you were crushing it. You were just chilling too. There were times when I was a little bit concerned. I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna hear it in the commentary. Also, we missed your stage 1 because I think when I said yup, it was like a affirmatory yup, not a yup. You should start playing. You jumped in.
Yeah. So as soon as you said yup, I was like, okay, I'm going to start.
You were ready. So we caught stage 2 onwards, but it's all good because Soldier Blade's like a 45-minute game. I think I got most of the lore down about John Howard. We talked about John Howard a lot and the F-92. So.
Yep. Yeah, he's the scientist that created the Soldier Blade. Yep.
Anything else you want to say about your run? Like, pop off, man.
Well, it was very nerve-wracking because I've never I've had played at live events once other time, for example in Past the Shmup, but it's a completely different beast trying to play live versus just at home.
Absolutely. This is
so
this is called the Eris right here. This camera angle. Right here.
Yeah. So keep talking.
You point it right at the ceiling.
Don't worry about Mark. Keep talking.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So it's a very different dynamic. I mean, I was the whole run. I was like, okay, relax, don't get too risky. Stay a little bit safe, sort of. I think after I beat Egghead, because Egghead is always he's the hardest boss for me usually. I had to practice that stage numerous times just to get him down, just because I didn't know about the save spot. And after I passed him, I was like, okay, maybe we have a shot at the no miss, maybe. And then I got
died so fast. Like you killed one arm immediately.
Yeah. The idea was to basically the whole game. Essentially, I was just trying to destroy everything as quickly as possible. I treated the whole game like a caravan mode. That's basically what I did.
Which is, I mean, it's a caravan shmup. What do they want you to do? I mean, you did what they asked.
Gotta let it rock.
Yep. But
it
was
a great way to end it.
Yes.
Thanks.
So
thanks so much for putting this up. Appreciate it.
Tomorrow's going up. Lots going down tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the other runs.
Let's see.
Good luck to all the players out there too.
Actane, you're doing GGLS Day 3 tomorrow.
GGLS at 3 is the shit.
Yeah, you can commentary on that.
You can jump on and tell me how it's a Hudson Soft game, and then I can correct you and tell you it's a compile game, so we can do the flip.
Yes, do that. Yeah, full circle. I'd say this is the greatest Hudson Soft game ever made. GGLS Day 3. The problem is,
the guy he went on to make Rising.
The twist, though, is it's actually not Hudson Soft or compile. It's M2.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but there's got to come on, Mark. There's got to be compile staff.
That is true. Yeah.
Chilling.
Yeah, definitely. I'll accept it.
Right. I love that game. I'm excited. That's going to be an interesting run, guys, because if you catch it tomorrow, there's going to be 2 different types of runs going on at once. I'll try my best to commentate because Koa is going to be doing extreme scoring and but with slowdown, and more Salty's going to be doing no slowdown special. So there's 2 different flavors are going to be going on at once.
Absolutely.
For GGLS to 3. Well, Mark, I will let you show off the venue to the crowd. I think they want to see a full screen. They're clamoring for a full screen video of the venue. They want me off the stage. They're saying, "Yeah, we gave you your love. Get the fuck go back
If you
home.
want
We'll
full screen, you got to watch tomorrow to get the final. That was a teaser. That was a taster.
Donate.
Like
and subscribe. Push the bell and then
subscribe. Notify your friends. Share on Twitch, Twitter, wherever else.
That's right. 10,000 viewers, Mark.
I know. Isn't that cool? On Shmup Slam. That's some great karma right there.
Well deserved, my friend.
Alrighty. So we'll see you all tomorrow. Okay. Thanks so much, my dude. And I will end the stream as promised with one last thank you to the donors who helped pay for the venue fee. that is a big deal because otherwise my wallet would be deep in the socket of debt without them. So thanks so much for that. One more time, let's do the thank you, and then I'll see you all tomorrow bright and early.